What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of From the Sideline podcast. I am back with the boys. What's up, GK?
Yo.
I got Bushman back in the house.
What's up, man? Happy Friday. It's been a while,
brother.
It's been a while.
It's been a
while.
while.
Lots of things have transpired since the last time.
We got some football to talk about.
We do.
All right. We got some football to talk about. We got Mr. E just jumped in. How you doing, Mr. Brother?
What's going on, man?
Thank you for stopping by. We got Trent. How you doing, brother?
Yo, what's good? I'm doing good, bro.
Thank you guys for being here, bro. You guys ready to get into it? It's been some crazy moves around the NFL. So let's get into it. Let's start with the recent Khalil Mack getting traded. Bushman, so I want to go to you first. How you feel about that Khalil Mack trade?
It was definitely a surprising move yesterday, but like Chicago, what are you doing? This is a great move for the Chargers. I mean, they're only giving away a couple draft picks for one of the premier defensive guys in the league, now paired with Nick Bosa, and we talked about this before the show. I mean, it gives Bosa a little bit of breathing room, a little bit on defense, so that way they've got a dual attack on that front seven. This is a great move for the Chargers. I don't know what Chicago's doing. I mean, maybe they're just in full teardown mode. Obviously, Tariq Cohen was just released before we started the show. New regime, new coaches, new everything. But it's a win-win for the Chargers. I like this, man. Chargers, now since that, and we're going to talk about Russell Wilson a little bit, that division that they're in right now with the Chargers, the Raiders, the Chiefs, and the Broncos, to me is like now the number one division in the whole AFC now. It's just now the Chargers really can compete in that division. So I like it. It's a good move. Bears, they're clueless right now. So good move for Chargers.
Trent, what do you think?
It's a W. It's a big W for the Chargers. Oh, for really, they just need Khalil Mack to stay healthy. Really. Yeah. It's a big L for the Bears. I really don't know what's going on. I don't know what they're doing, but for real, it's just take the weight off. What is Joey Bosa? It's Joey Bosa, right? It's not Nick on the 49ers, right?
So Joey's on the Chargers.
Joey on the Chargers, yeah. So
Nick is on the Niners.
Nick is on the Niners, yeah.
Yeah, so we can take a little bit. It takes a little bit of pressure off of Joey on the Chargers. It's a big W. If Khalil Mack stay healthy, it's gonna be a really solid defense.
You know what doesn't make sense to me now is I was like, oh well, maybe they'll free up some money, or they're only freeing up $6 million. So it's really weird. And Khalil Mack's only 31 years old. So you could have kept some veteran leadership. You could have had a rock to lean on, and you're not really saving any money. So it's very weird. And the only thing I would say is maybe Bushman said about the coaches and getting a fresh slate and stuff like that. If his if his impact in the locker room was a little bit too much and there was some sort of clash, which I don't even know how there would be yet, unless they just anticipate it. But it really doesn't make sense for me as the Bears. But yeah, as the Chargers, it's huge for them.
Well, is it my turn? Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead, Sean.
All right, cool. This is classic Bears doing classic Bears things. Come on. Look at how much they gave up. Look at how much they gave up. And look at the return. And then look at what they're getting back for him. And then I'm not a Bears fan, but what were his stats like while he was there in Chicago?
They were pretty damn good. I mean, he was hurt half of the season last year, but I mean, he was still one of the premier guys in the league. It's just, to me, and going back to that whole teardown of the Bears, it's just I get it. New coach, new regime. You're starting anew, clearing out some space. You get a couple picks back. You get a second in a sixth round, but you're losing one of the captains and one of the main guys on your team, and you're just making the Chargers better.
In his 4-year tenure, he had 36 sacks, 14 forced fumbles, 6 fumble recoveries, and in the beginning of last year, He got 6 sacks in the first 7 games, but then he
got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, Bears doing Bear things.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one.
You're muted, Troy. You're muted, Troy.
Who do they have to replace him?
Right, exactly.
Somebody in the draft. That's what they'll be looking for.
Yeah. So they're left with Robert Quinn, Mario Edwards, and Travis Gibson.
Robert Quinn is still nice, even though.
Yeah, Quinn's nice.
He's still nice.
But Quinn's going to have all the pressure on him now.
Yeah.
I think they still got a team pick, so I want to say all the pressure. So, I mean, it's still an L move from the Bears. I still don't know why they did it, but that's really what it is.
They better have a
have to address it
during the draft.
Yeah, exactly.
Excuse my tablet. It sucks.
Yeah,
Troy, you're muted. Troy. You're muted.
Might be. I don't even know how I got muted that time. But yeah, I have a problem with not seeing this light on for some reason. But yeah, I was saying, I don't even know what I was saying. I don't know what I was saying. So yeah, but nah, Bears doing Bears things. I think this definitely helps the Chargers out. It's definitely would the trade that we're gonna get to in a little while. But let's get on to this Wentz trade, going back to the NFC.
NFC lease, buddy.
Oh man,
I don't even know how to feel about that trade. I don't even know what are the Commanders. That's their name now.
I think Washington just looked at it as, okay, well, we've got to get somebody.
Well, what's the quarterback name there? I don't want to say his name wrong. Heineke.
Yeah.
He didn't do good for him. I
thought Heineke did pretty good for the.
Right, I thought that he could have a pretty good season if you get the pieces together.
The Vikings did the quarterback they had before Kirk Cousins.
Case Keenum.
Case Keenum was all right. Heineke beat Tom Brady last year. You want to stick with the guy who beat Tom Brady last year?
I hated when the Vikings did that to Case Keenum.
So did I.
You lead them to that Minnesota Miracle. You do all of that for them, and they're just get up out of here. Come on, bro. What do you want them to do? Right?
Exactly.
But whatever. But and the same thing with Heineke, though. I feel obviously, I guess they don't think that he's a long-term answer, and then he doesn't really have a much higher ceiling than what we've seen. That must be what they're thinking. But I mean, I think it sucks for Wentz, because he had a really good season, and then they just left a bad taste in their mouth because of the final game of the year, which is understandable. But he's going to a situation where their offensive line is okay. Their defense, I don't know what happened this past season, but the season before was very good, and it's the same roster. So, let's see if they can bounce back. But, so it's a decent situation for him. Obviously not as good as the Colts, but, yeah, I guess good for the Colts, but.
Well, I'm saying Wentz was the victim of a coach covering his behind. Because he hasn't done much since he's been there.
Right. They needed a scapegoat.
They should have definitely made the playoffs. I think they screwed up earlier in the season by trying to build around Wentz and not trying to feature what's his name, Jonathan Taylor in the offense. It's Jonathan Taylor's offense. Wentz got to chunk the ball around, but I think that's the coach saving his behind making that move. But then you got to ask him, what move do you plan to make on quarterback now? Are you going to get what? Are you going to trade for Garoppolo? Are you going to go after Winston, who's the best free agent quarterback available now? In my opinion. But there's nothing else out there.
Who do the Saints have? They're just going to let them walk.
The Saints they're contemplating bringing back Jameis because they just moved around a bunch of money. So they're looking to bring him back, which might happen.
Because he was playing good for him. He resurrected himself after he got his eyes fixed.
Yeah. Well, I just look at this Washington thing as it's a dumb move overall because now you're absorbing his full $28 million contract, which you could have left that on the table with having the Colts pay the rest.
The defense was supposed to be good last year. It kind of struggled. Don't you think we need to get that together? Because that's what got you guys in the playoffs the year before, or was fighting for a playoff spot.
I guarantee you Carson Wentz is probably going to be on the sidelines with a clipboard, and Heineke's going to be the starter still. You watch.
Oh my God, that's going to be horrible.
It's going to happen.
Is that the league punishing him?
No, but so L. Bushman, I would want to agree with that, but like, if you're paying him what you're paying him, how can
Yeah,
you
he gotta
do it?
play.
Like, I feel
gotta
like
play.
you basically have to go down with the sinking ship.
But I don't think it's that bad of a move because like Taylor Heineke last year, he was like, I think he had like 20 touchdowns, like 15 picks. That ain't good, but like Carson was not that bad. Plus the offense, but the offense they got is still somewhat decent.
Well, so here's the thing: Carson's probably just gonna get hurt at some point anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing though. That is the thing though. But if he stays healthy,
If I was Taylor Heineke, I'd be like, all right, that's cool. I'll be the starter.
I'll be there
4 or
soon.
5.
I'll be there soon.
Yeah,
I know. He's
Let
like,
me
he's
just
gonna
get
be
my
like,
stretches
Yeah.
in. Make
I
sure
know.
I'm
I know.
loose.
I'm gonna get a couple games in somewhere or
Yeah,
another.
and Wentz will
Yeah.
be like one of the highest paid backups in the league because he's gonna get hurt. He's gonna get benched for his play.
Yeah,
But
but
then that's the stupidest move because then you could have just went with Heineke from the season out, got him that experience and let him get out there and try to do better than what he did last year.
If we're gonna grade this, I'd say it's a C minus.
I say a C plus.
C
But it's still a better move. I feel like it's Carson. I think Carson better than Heineke personally.
I give it a C because and the slim chance that Carson Wentz can because he came back from an injury, the torn ACL last year or whatever. So maybe if he can recapture some of that MVP run magic,
Not gonna happen.
maybe this might work out for the.
This last year was supposed to be that season because he's going into the Colts with a fantastic offensive line, all the weapons around him. The coach that coached him at Philadelphia, and it just
I know. I was expecting him to do so much better than he is solely because of the coach in the O line, but
yeah.
But I mean, this is the last chance, like.
Yeah.
But and now like I'm interested to see like what type of wherewithal you got. Like this is your last chance, dude. Like show me what you're made of. This is your last chance. Like put up or shut up.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, let's get on to this Russell Wilson trade.
It's a win-win for both teams, man. A plus for both sides.
Troy, do you want to read the details first, or
you can go ahead and read them?
I don't have them ready.
I got him up.
Go ahead, L. Bushman. I don't have them up either.
The full details of the Russell Wilson to Denver's trade is the Broncos will receive Wilson and a 4th-round pick, while the Seattle Seahawks will receive 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, a 5th-round pick, quarterback Drew Lock, defensive lineman Shelby Harris, who they'll get back because they drafted him or coveted him, and then tight end Noah Fant. That is a blockbuster of a trade and a win-win for both sides.
I'm really interested in seeing what they do with those draft picks.
Exactly. Because now you have so much draft capital where you can maybe trade for a quarterback on an existing team if you wanted to do that, like trade for somebody. Like Seattle's got so much hand now. Even if, obviously they're going in free rebuild.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. But like you can still do with so much with you got back with all those picks that you just got in return for Russell Wilson. It's an A+ on their side. And then for Seattle or for Denver, it's an A+ because now you got 3 or 4 years with Russell Wilson with a team that was, everybody says, a quarterback away from going to the Super Bowl, and now they've got that guy, and now he's in a better offense, I think, with all the weapons around him.
Oh, yeah.
The one thing I like about it is, and I would like to hear if you guys agree, he has a better offensive line now.
Yeah, definitely.
Only slightly better. They still have some holes to fill.
Hey, slightly is a lot from what he was getting with the Seahawks, bro.
Oh yeah, he was running for his life for years in Seattle.
But I was just gonna say, like, the Broncos' offensive line is not that good. Like,
it's only slightly better.
Is it
but
better than the Seahawks? Is my question.
And they have running backs that don't get injured.
It's not hard to be better than the Seahawks, is because the Seahawks were like atrocious.
True.
I just wish if they would have been able to keep Noah Fant in the deal. Oh my goodness, I think that would have been.
If they kept Noah Fant, then they would have won that trade. Obviously, I think.
Yeah.
It's either because I heard about the Seattle, they may try to get us Deshaun Watson, or either way, it's either Deshaun Watson or they're gonna draft Malik Willis.
What are the Steelers gonna do now? All these quarterbacks moving around, it's like less and less for them to take.
I think Steelers are they're gonna try and draft Malik, or they're gonna stay with Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I mean, are we really worried about the Steelers though? Because
no,
Tomlin's never been under 500. Never.
He finds a way to win.
We gonna see. This gonna be a test. We gonna see
Oh,
if he finds.
No, I
anything.
agree with El Bushman. He's gonna figure it out one way.
He's gonna figure it out no matter what.
Even if he has a
Oh,
really shitty quarterback, he's gonna figure out how to get to 500. Like no matter what.
Let me
right now.
let me ask you guys a question for that
Go ahead.
division that the Broncos are in now. How do you guys rank the teams pre this season? How do you rank them now? How do you have Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos, Chargers, or like how do you guys rank them now?
I think the Raiders are last.
Yeah, Raiders are
Raiders
last.
are definitely last.
I'm gonna always go. I
think you got to go KC, Chargers, then Broncos.
Yeah.
Well,
or flip the two.
what are the Broncos giving you on D outside of like their secondary is really good, but like their front seven isn't all that.
They got Bradley Chubb. They got a few. They got a few pieces.
They got
But is their defensive roster better than the Chargers' defensive roster?
yes.
You think?
Yeah.
You said.
I think they got better linebackers. I think they definitely got better D-backs.
But now the
Well,
Chargers
Von Miller hinted to going back to the Broncos.
The Chargers
so.
got Bosa and Mack now.
The Broncos, they got.
I said linebackers, not.
That's
No.
who the linebackers? Who the linebackers on the Broncos?
All right, I guess it's arguable, but we all agree Raiders last, Chiefs first, and then the middle two are.
Chiefs first.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be a toss-up. It could be
Well, the Chiefs' defense is terrible.
It's terrible.
yeah. Either one of those three teams could take that division. It's just
Not the
you gotta
Raiders
see
though.
definitely not the Raiders.
But if the Chiefs lose Tyron, then yeah, that's gonna be. I just gotta see it.
I'd say the Broncos are the third best team in that division right now.
Yeah,
And Raiders are last.
Chiefs are one. No, I have and that's so tight about this division is all three
Listen,
teams
you
are
don't
like
even know
good.
if Carr gonna be there next year. They said they might be a move for him too.
True. Yeah.
No.
Indianapolis.
I think that would be good for both
Pittsburgh.
parties. Pittsburgh, yeah.
Pittsburgh. Better grab him. He could get you to that 500. That top
Where are they going to
league
send the
so
tight
bad.
end to?
What you
Say
say?
again?
Where are they going to send the tight end if they blow it up in Vegas? What's his name?
Waller? No,
Waller?
Waller, yeah.
Nah, send him to the Giants. We got him. They said we getting. Hey, people
We
want
broke.
Ingram. People want Ingram.
I don't think Carr's going to go anywhere. Josh McDaniels has really kind of said he's our guy going in. I mean,
but
you got to have like
you gotta squeeze off over there.
you got to have like a monster deal to pry Carr away from Las
Get a
Vegas.
Kirk Cousins.
Come on, that's not a better upgrade than Derek Carr. Come on,
No, it's not.
no, come on.
The
You
same
like that?
thing.
You like that?
Moving on.
He gonna give you charisma. You like that? All right, so let's get into this Aaron Rodgers staying with Green Bay. I got a simple question.
Oh man.
There we
Simple
go.
question. What does it mean for Aaron Rodgers if he never wins another Super Bowl and still stays in Green Bay? Like he stays in Green Bay, this is his last thing. He ain't moving, and he stays here. And he doesn't win another Super Bowl. What does that mean for his legacy? Can we still consider him one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time? That's the question.
He will be considered in the same breath as Brett Favre.
I like
At the
that.
very
I
least,
think that's fair.
That's it.
I
Can I
think
hear how that
that's
feel real
fair.
quick? I just want to hear that real quick. How's it feel?
You say that again?
I just want to say, how's that feel? I just want to hear that real quick.
How's it fair?
Mm-hmm.
How isn't it fair?
I don't.
He hasn't. What we're gonna say? He's a better passer. He can do more on the field. That's great. What did he
Explain,
accomplish in his
Trent.
career?
How
What
Go
did
ahead,
he
Trent.
accomplish in his career? More wins? Like he didn't
I mean,
win what? What did he win?
Talking shit.
the Packers got two. Like, Burford won the ring, right?
Yeah.
You can. Okay, I see what y'all saying. You can.
Mhm.
Okay, I can see. Okay. Because if
Yeah, he's
have a
gonna have
Super Bowl-
better numbers. He's more efficient of a passer. You know, I'll give
Yeah, I
you
just
that.
think-
But
I just think
when it comes to
overall,
the
he
realm of his career, bro, you got to put him right next to Brett. Whether you want to put him above him, below him, he got to be right. in
They
that
both
same
won
level.
one, and that's it.
Yeah, but I still think they
Brett
got a
went
high
to
chance. They got a high chance.
So-
to Super Bowl still.
A lot of people went to two.
Yeah, I know. But Brett with the two, he won one. So
Including that guy over
let's see
there.
if we can get him back there.
Listen, for me, so getting back to the question, right? For me personally, it's not going to change a thing. Like for the public perception and everyone else, it's going to change a lot. Like, but for me, I consider him to be, in the top, like probably, I don't know, 5 or 3 like of all time. So for me, so it's it's not really going to change for me whether or not he wins another one. Because I take into consideration all the context, all the circumstances, everything, and I think he probably would have won last year had the special teams not really screwed up the entire game. So
yeah, I got him in my top 10.
But is that going to be his legacy? The special team screwed up. This person screwed up.
So here's the thing, like,
because other quarterbacks don't get that luxury.
Well, no, but like if you just evaluate the talent, like let's say their body of work, like on tape, right, was leading up to another league or something. The same way you look at like college on tape leading up to the NFL. Like if you're evaluating their gameplay on tape, like Rodgers is clearly better than Favre.
Yeah, so, well, I said that. I said if he's a better quarterback, we get that. But if you're talking career-wise, as a totality, just like we do Eli, they gotta be. Well, yeah, if you want to put Rodgers in front of him, I'm not mad at that.
So here's the thing. It's just like, a casual fan will just look at and know nothing more than like, because let's say Brett had 2 and then Rodgers would have only finished with 1. Like, okay, but like, look at everything else. Like, I still think Rodgers is a better at playing quarterback.
Rodgers goes in front of Brett Favre. Brett Favre, and the conversation is right behind him.
Yeah, he's basically saying they right behind.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
You could say he's slightly better than Favre because of the MVPs.
Yeah.
And what he's done on what he can do on the field.
But
I
will say this though: the legacy with him is the perception of him is he is a diva quarterback that instead of taking that $200 million contract, you could have saved some money and brought in guys to help you win.
Wait, I thought he said it wasn't $200 million.
Yeah, he said he didn't officially sign it, but
so here's the thing too is I think he would have been willing to do that, but what his gripes were before was that like they didn't ask him or consider him or whatever, and drafting Jordan Love. It's just like actions speak louder than words, Like if you guys would have came to me and wanted to work to collaborate rather than just drafting a quarterback like right underneath my feet, like it's a different story. Like it works both ways, So like had they had better communication to begin with and wanted to try to collaborate to begin with, then I think that maybe Rodgers would have worked with him. I can't imagine Rodgers been like, no, like don't draft me a premium receiver or trade for a top guy. Like I want the money instead, But now at this point, because of everything that's happened, I can see why Rodgers is like, all right, fuck you guys, yeah, give me the money. Like
give me the money, yeah.
I mean, I
can agree with that.
He's been through enough there. I would have definitely agreed there, but I just don't know. Like, could he have went to a better situation where he could have won, or do you think that's the best chance for him to win?
I think it depends on. Okay, now you got your $200 million. What are you going to be doing this year? What's the outcome of this year? Because if it falls flat again, like it did this past year, then it's like, okay, well, they could have traded him to somebody. He could have traded him to Denver or something like that.
Yeah, no, I think he could have forced his way to Tampa. He could have forced his way to the Colts.
Well, not Tampa. Like, he wasn't following Tom Brady. He wasn't going to Tampa.
Yeah, but he could have went to like the Colts or something like that.
Yeah. He could have definitely went to a better team. I agree.
He could have went to San Fran.
Because so say if he goes to a better team,
even the Saints, or San Fran, like somebody that's like Super Bowl ready.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he could have went to another team, right, and won another championship, and then kind of changed that. The outlook on his legacy of being a great regular season, quarterback, but then kind of struggles team-wise or even his-wise, kind of struggles in, the postseason. But
I'm still on this, though. Green Bay must have known that they fucked up, which is why they're giving them the money. They must know that they fucked up and that Love is not the answer. Because if they thought the other way, they would have been like, no, Aaron, we have the leverage. If you want to try to do whatever, see you later because we have Love. But they're not doing that, which leads me to believe that they have no leverage.
No, they have 0 now.
Well, they got 2-time MVP versus Love, who's definitely not the guy.
But see, here's the thing, too, is why I'm mad at the franchise. Like, when Julio was a free agent and you have Rodgers in his prime, like, why don't you go get a guy like Julio Jones? Like, why?
Because remember, GK, that Packers are run by they're run by like a corporation of guys. They're not run by like a single-minded and have a GM. They have like a room full of dudes that have no idea.
Money-wise, New Yorker.
Yeah, it's just I'm agreeing with everybody about this. Is like at this point in his career now, he's like, just give me my fucking money.
Yeah.
I've got 2 more years left with you. I've got 4 years left, maybe 2 at the most. I'm 37 years old. I don't
think he's trying to go.
Give me my fucking money. If I don't win one with you, whatever. I still get paid by you jokers. You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. Like that mentality, I think ultimately is going to hurt his, You know, even the
you
defense
think
that you
he
brought up
cares, though?
earlier.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
that's
When
the
it
thing.
comes to
He
getting
does
into the
not
Hall
He
of
does not
Famer,
care.
all right. When it comes to getting in the Hall of Fame, you get snubbed that first time.
He doesn't
like
care. He'll
T.O.
go take another 12-week cleanse, and he won't give a shit about it, man.
I don't know.
He'll go host Jeopardy, or he'll go do something. He doesn't care, man. At this point, he doesn't care.
Rodgers needs to win another Super Bowl to change that outlook on his legacy.
Definitely.
But that's the perception. That's from the public perception, though. I mean, his perception.
But that's great
he
from
could
his
care
perception. Less. But when people stack him, when his peers stack him against the greatest of all time, quarterbacks,
he'll be a top 15. He'll be a top 15.
Hey, that's not up there with Tom Brady, the guy that he's supposed to be the successor to, the guy he's supposed to be the face of the league behind.
Way higher than the top 15.
Like,
so what?
Should be way higher with the skill that boy has. Like,
hey, top 15 still means top 5 or top 10. I didn't place him anywhere. I just said top 15.
Nah, top 11, and 11 is the spot.
He'll finish in the top 5.
We gonna see, but it seems like football is gonna be exciting this upcoming season. I'm still waiting to see what my Giants do.
I mean, he's in a division where he's gonna win the division.
Yeah, every time it's a weak division. Yeah,
it's a weak ass division.
That's why the man New Yorker said he won because he gets to stay in that weak division and he gets to be on top of the game. So I definitely understand that, but when it comes to the playoffs, you're not going against that weak division. You're going against the conference, and that's the problem for them. That's the problem for Green Bay. Like, what other spots are they going to fix on that Green Bay special teams to make sure it's not a repeat? Like the special teams doesn't cause Rodgers a chance to get further in the playoffs or to the Super Bowl.
And when they actually paid for a coach, so we'll see what that changes.
Listen, everybody can pay for a coach. You need the adequate players that, especially on special team, that just don't make mistakes. They don't make mistakes. And it's crazy that we can sit here and say Aaron Rodgers wasn't in the Super Bowl because of his special teams, not because of him. And it's like the first year I think that, you can't blame really his play. Yeah, I get he didn't put up no points, but that 49ers defense was no slouch, and they played Green Bay very well. The
Super Bowl. It was a special teams blunder that kept him out.
I mean, you got to fix it.
How unlucky is that? Like blocked kicks, like think about how rare like blocked kicks for touchdowns are, or like even missed field goals. Like the chances of a miss are less than 50%. So like there's just so much piled on bad luck. Where you're not even on the field.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then we also if we're not last year, Raheem Mostert had like how many yards? He went crazy that last playoff game.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just.
I mean, when you know what Green Bay is, you know how to beat them. And the 49ers is one of those teams that know what Green Bay is. They know what Aaron is, and they just take it away from them. And they have yet to figure out when they know your special teams is weak and they could
exactly.
You don't think they go out there like, yo, we can make a mistake here. Like
all we gotta do is win on special teams and win on freaking
I just went through 97 yards down the field to get us to the 2-yard line. Like
whatever makes Jimmy G not throw the ball, we got to do that.
Right, you put it in that special teams hand, and somebody on the defense like they out there with the confidence like I could block this. Like, and that's scary to have. Like, I could block this and know, like, actually I can block this and then take it back for a touchdown. Like, it's crazy. Like, Green Bay got to get it together because I want to see Aaron win another ring. He would never catch up to Tom Brady at this point. So I think that conversation is done with. Like, but you got to solidify your spot in the greatest, man. You got to.
Dude, and yeah, I agree with you, Troy. Like, imagine being on the 49ers special teams. Like, if I'm like, guys, we're going to block this kick and score a touchdown. Like, I know we're going to do it.
Like, if I'm on the field and I'm like, oh, I can pick this guy up, bro, I'm going for it. Like,
oh my God,
this guy routes aren't clean, I'm going to jump it. Like, you can't let them go out there with no damn confidence. But let's get to this pick one player. So I don't know if I ever did this well, Bushman. Mr. E. Trent, you watch the show, so I think you got an idea what it is. I'm gonna give you 4 names, and you're just gonna pick one of the names. You're just gonna tell me who you got out of the group. All right. Mm-hmm. So I got T.J. Watt, Nick Bosa, Myles Garrett, and Cameron Jordan.
T.J. Watt.
Myles Garrett.
I like when it's different.
I'm gonna have to go with Watt.
Watt? Yeah. GK?
Yeah, fuck Cam Jordan.
You like the odd man out.
I'll go. Oh, that's such a tough one. You know what? If I'm the coach and I got a chance to talk and fire him up, I'll go Myles Garrett.
Hey, 2 miles, 2 Nick. So I mean, I guess it's wide open. All right. I guess it's wide open. Well, New Yorkers say he got Watt, so I think we
I
got the
almost
tiebreaker.
picked Watt.
I think we got the tiebreaker there.
I said what? I said what?
I think we got the I think it was 2-2.
2-2. Yeah,
Yeah.
I almost picked Watt. Almost.
The man New Yorker got the tiebreaker. All right. So one thing I've been looking forward to talking about is this Calvin Ridley situation. Calvin Ridley, haven't heard. Calvin Ridley got suspended for a whole year for a $1,500 part, like, where he betted on the Falcons to win, which I'm not okay with that. Like, so this is my stance before you guys get it.
Was that the Jacksonville game too?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I thought he was doing parlays on FanDuel.
He was on the Falcons to win.
The betting app he used was the betting app that was here and gone, and down here in Florida was the Hard Rock Casino Hotel app, where after a month they took it away because they deemed it illegal. So he bet on that, and then somebody that worked with the app notified the league he was betting on games through the app. So in turn, he just betted his like $10 million away with a $1,500 bet on a parlay. So, I mean.
So now he's being suspended for 17 games or for the entire year?
Entire year.
Okay, so even if they make the playoffs, he's still suspended. Okay.
So he's out for this year, and then he has to re-sign up for eligibility the year after. So he could be out maybe a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
All right, I think I have a pretty solid take. You guys can go first. Yeah.
I'm 50-50 on it. Like, that's probably like, because I know personally that's like a cardinal sin. You don't bet like in the NFL, but there's been players who've done way more, like, worse shit than what Calvin Ridley did, and they got like a slap on the wrist type shit. So like, I think he should get suspended, but probably be like 5 games, not the whole season though. So
I'm 50-50 too, because
I think I am too.
Because betting, to me, betting is like pretty much the deal nowadays. I mean, betting is the thing. Like, there's betting apps all over the place. People are betting on whatever it is. So to suspend him for the whole year is a bit harsh compared to what other players have done. I mean, betting is betting. You're going to try and win money, man. And you're not trying to hurt somebody. You're not taking drugs. You're not doing anything else. You're not murdering anybody like some ex-football players have done in the past and gotten really a slap on the wrist too. So I don't think he should have been given this punishment. Maybe half the season suspension and then a fine. Maybe pay the $1,500 back again or whatever. But like, too harsh of a punishment for this kind of deal.
No, I agree. I think it is too harsh. I think they should have actually. The thing that bothers me about his betting, I get it's a rule, but it's like, yo, if you like somebody analyst said, and when he was saying, I was like, yo, he right. Like,
well, Troy too. It's also hypocritical. It's also hypocritical too of the NFL to suspend a guy a whole year for betting when the NFL makes a ton of money.
That's my point. That's where I was going. You just took the words out. That's exactly where I was going. You make this money on betting, then you tell your players they can't bet and get in on the money that you're making. Like, no, you should have an avenue where you track their bets and they cannot bet on any game they play in. That cannot happen. You cannot, because you can influence that game. I get that. But you can't sit here and be like, yeah, that's money on the table, but you can't touch that money. Like, that's crazy to me. But then to turn around, I get you guys' point when you say that there's been things in the NFL that's been done, like the abuse, Greg Hardy throwing his girl on a bed of guns. Like, I get it, but I still separate that from what he did. Like, they also have to face, penalties in their personal life when it comes to domestic dispute, and then their job actually punished them too. And I get it. You might feel like, oh, they need more games and this isn't on that stature. I agree with you. It isn't. It is not on that stature. But I don't think we can compare the two. And that's all I wanted to say. I think we got to take that comparison away because it's two different things.
Right. I agree.
Sean?
No.
Sean?
Oh.
Okay. Nothing to say?
Oh, no. Go ahead. I'm kind of working too. So.
Oh, okay.
So I agree with you guys about, like, if you consider it in relation to other things that people have done, because like he's not hurting anybody, and you all made really good points about the money, like the NFL makes the money like that, and like he bet on his own team and he wasn't even playing, and like yeah. But see, the problem with this is you have to punish him, and it has to be a severe punishment. Because if it isn't, then that can fall into like a deep, slippery slope. Because then it's like, okay, a player that is playing can bet. And he can bet. What are the rules on his betting? Like, what if he bets against? What if he bets against him, like his team, and then he can throw the game? And then even if he is caught and he knows the punishment is only going to be 4-game suspension, well, okay, I'll take a 4-week vacation because I know I'm going to get $100 million by throwing this game. You know, so like.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if they're doing it,
they're
and
just
they're
making
trying to
an
affect
example.
like if they're doing it and they're trying to affect the games they're in, then I can understand the punishment. But he wasn't playing. I get him betting on his team is crazy. Like, he could have betted on other teams, and I think maybe he would have got a lesson suspension, even though it's against the rules. But I think just because he betted on the Falcons, they were like, nah, you're literally on that team. How could you do that?
Well, see, it doesn't matter, like, because you have relationships with officials, you have relationships with other people, you have relationships with former staff that now are on new teams, like so on and so on and so on and so on and so on, right? So if you, like I said, if you don't give the severe punishment, then you're setting up for like all sorts of like collusion and corruption and this and that, which, a lot of people question there could already be that as it is. So then if you were to allow them to do this or set a punishment that was so small where they didn't care that they were going to get the punishment, they were going to do it because the punishment was so small, then like it would really like screw everything up. So I think that it's appropriate, maybe not appropriate. In an ideal utopia, like, yeah, you only give him a slap on the wrist. But because I know what the ramifications of that could be and you're setting the precedent, you can't.
I mean, I understand it, but I still don't think it should have been a year. You could have gave him a severe punishment, but
well, they need to let the other players know, like, you cannot even do.
And I get that. I agree with you on that aspect. You gotta, like, that first example. You gotta harshly punish.
Associated with it, other than missing out on the pay.
Like, what would you suggest?
Well, he's gotta fine him too. Like, shit. I mean, like, he's got the money, but like, you're absolutely right.
Well,
like,
you're already fining him because you're taking his next year paycheck away. The whole year.
Oh yeah, but you got to do more than that.
No, but even if you're like, we're fining you $1 million,
you can't play for a whole year. We're taking you know how much money these guys make a game.
I know how much they make a game,
right? So imagine 17 games not getting that paycheck. 17 games.
That's
plus if Atlanta makes the playoffs, right?
The bonus.
And win a round or two, they get bonuses.
That's another bonus.
All of that in the garbage.
Right, but look when everybody else gets suspended. They get fined and they miss the time.
It's different.
The fine is the fine is the 1 year suspension. You lose the mad money.
I'm saying when there's domestic abuse or whatever, they get suspended and they get fined. So they're missing the game checks and they get a fine on top of it. I think for this situation, you should get fined on top of missing the game checks, just like everybody else.
But domestic violence
from this him betting on games.
All right, it could be any. It could be any. You break any rule, you're still missing time. And you're still getting a fine on top of it. Any rule.
So in this scenario, he's not getting fined as well. It's only game
suspension. Have a fine on top of it. You can't just say, "Oh, the fine is him missing time," because that makes no sense to me. The fine is him the game checks.
The fine is him missing game checks. That's his punishment. You can't say. But this is my problem with it. But this is my problem. You can't sit here and say that. Oh, because this guy's the punishment he got for this, right? So you got to then take that punishment and apply it to this. It's two different situations. When they looked at his case, they didn't look at their domestic violence cases. They didn't even think about the domestic violence cases. You want to know why? Because it's totally different.
Not domestic violence.
They did exactly what GK did. They was like, look, this is in the rules. You can't do it. So we have to suspend him harshly because he did it. All right, he did it. This is his punishment. This is what the rules lay out. Because understand within the rules, there are rules of punishment that he gets.
I understand there's rules of punishment. All right, so we'll take.
So they have to follow that code. It's different codes for each thing that you do in the NFL. If I got caught in the locker room with a gun, I'm not gonna get the same punishment that the guy that had domestic violence had. I'm not getting that same punishment because under the guideline of bringing a gun into a locker room, there are points where they have punishments that they have to follow.
So basically what you're telling me is that him gambling on a game is not a violation of personal conduct code.
you can break of course you break the rules, but there's like a degree of different, like it's totally different.
There's levels to
I'm
it.
surprised
levels to
every
it,
rule
bro.
comes with a certain amount of fine money. This one didn't come with the fine. And to say that the
Yeah.
time off
It came
is
with
the
it came
the
to a
fine,
hit, but it
then
came with a hit to his career though. That's more than a fine. Like he can literally help his team
all
get
right,
to a
so
playoffs, and he can't do that.
so when a player gets
So
suspended
not
for
only is
4
he
games,
hurt, but not only is he missing out, the Falcons are also missing out on his gameplay
And he
too for
already missed
17
and
games.
he already missed the last season because
Yeah.
of the health
the
issues.
whole last season.
So how much
Right,
do you
and
want
then
to?
they
How
don't-
much
they
do you
didn't
want
need
to
him?
charge him?
They didn't need him?
So you want to charge him a season and what else?
The season and whatever more than the going rate for what they charge on people on the average fine.
So what? Like a
So,
$250,000?
when people get suspended for whatever for 4 games and then they get a $30,000 fine, you never hear them say, "Oh, they're missing game checks is an addition to the fine." That's never part of it. I think he should get a hefty ass fine in addition to the suspension.
I don't think he can go to jail for gambling.
No, he's not going to go to jail.
No,
Well-
it's legal.
Yes,
Right, and
the
that's my
the
problem
mad
with-
New Yorker said he can go to jail. I was like, no.
He said this FBI kind of stuff, man.
Come on, bro. Come on. Come on, bro.
If he was fucking playing and not screwing my fantasy team, he wouldn't have been betting. That's all that
Oh.
All right, now we see where the hatred
Ah,
comes from. We see where-
sour because of
what's
fantasy.
up? But seriously, he should really get
My
fined.
answer to that is draft a better fantasy team and make moves.
Oh,
There you
whatever.
go.
But
Should have
what's
dropped
the
him.
He,
That's a
he
good
should really
segue
be
because
fined.
keep a lookout for my fantasy football show premiering
Mhm.
Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Club Fantasy Football on Twitter.
That's right. Go check it out. Al Bushman.
Nice.
But I know
I'll teach you how to draft a better team.
Al Bushman got to get out of here too. So close out Al Bushman.
Yeah, like I said, keep a lookout for the fantasy football show I have coming up on Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The name is still in discussion. It's a brand new show. You guys can check it out. Go to Club Fantasy Football on Twitter to check out when it's going to be streaming. But yeah, we'll be teaching you how to draft better fantasy football teams for next year. So just keep a lookout.
All right. Thank you, Al Bushman, for stopping by.
Thanks,
we'll
brother.
get you back soon.
Appreciate it.
Hopefully, it's not a long wait.
Yeah. See you guys. There's so much NFL coming up. I'll be back on the show. Don't worry,
I
man.
got
yeah.
you, brother.
Yeah,
Nah,
see you.
bro.
See you. All right. We got another guest coming in. I'm gonna bring him in. What's up, Rell? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing, man?
Thank you for
Good,
stopping by. Now I gotta go into my transition, so guys, give me 1 second. We'll be back in 30 seconds after a word from my sponsor.
Today's episode is sponsored by PointsBet, the fastest growing online bookmaker in America. A fully traditional sports book that offers customers more markets and rewards like no other sports book. Head over to pointsbet.com and sign up today to enter the promo code FTS250 to receive 2 risk-free bets. Yes, I said 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. SportsBet is available only in New Jersey, New York, Illinois, and Iowa. Void where prohibited, must be 21 years and older. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-GAMBLER for crisis, counseling, and services.
All right, and we back. And last word from the NFL side of it. Gambling is illegal, but not ever is just yet, and that is true.
That's
So,
funny
and
as hell.
also a key part to that story is he did make the bets and state that where it was illegal. He wasn't in the state where it was legal. So, but Rell, thank you for coming to the show. We back
No
with
problem.
Trent. We back with Mr. E, aka Sean. So let's get into this, man. We've been searching around. We've been looking for some nice debates to have, and a conversation came up about TMAC and MELO, right? TMAC and MELO. So I had seen this graph on Facebook, and I saved it. I'm gonna pull it up real quick, and we're gonna go down the line of the things, and then I'm gonna tell you what this person that made it, what he picked, and see if we match up. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 categories. All right. So he compared them and he tried to score them. Which one has what? So the first one, and we could just go around, starting with GK, go Rell, E, and then Trent. Now I'll go last. Tracy McGrady versus Carmelo athleticism.
T-Mac.
McGrady.
Nah,
That's the question. Come on, T-Mac, man.
All right. That's the same thing he had. All right. Defense.
The Mac.
T-Mac.
Yo, we're gonna go in order, guys.
Oh, my fault.
They're like, we don't need an order. I can imagine you now, GK, T-Mac.
Yeah, no. Like let Troy call their name and then
Yeah,
and then
go
give
ahead.
me
All
the
right,
answer.
so we're gonna go defense. GK, go ahead.
Give me T-Mac.
All right, Rell.
Two both bad defenders, but I gotta go T-Mac.
Sean.
Definitely both bad defenders, but one tries, the other doesn't. So definitely T-Mac.
Trent.
Tracy.
All right. Clutchness. GK.
T-Mac.
Rell.
T-Mac.
Mac.
T-Mac.
All right. So he had Carmelo there. He had Carmelo for clutchness. Leader. Who's the better leader? GK.
T-Mac.
Rell.
I'm gonna give it to Melo just because he went to a Western Conference final. That's it. As the best player on that team.
T-Mac.
Trent.
Melo.
All right. He also had Melo for leader. All right. Basketball IQ.
Damn.
T-Mac.
Rell.
T-Mac.
Sean.
Mac.
Trent.
T-Mac.
He had even. He said it was even between the two.
Now, I can agree to it too.
All right. Impact. Who had the better impact? GK.
T-Mac.
Rell.
Melo. I'm gonna go Melo on that one.
Sean.
T-Mac.
Trent.
Damn. Hold on, bro.
Ugh.
It's an impact, right?
Impact.
Damn. I'm gonna say T-Mac.
One-on-one.
What the fuck?
GK.
T-Mac.
Rell.
Give me Melo.
Sean.
This is really a toss-up, but oh my God, this is really a toss-up on this one. I never was posed with this. I'm gonna have to go. Nah, fuck it back.
Trent.
When you say one-on-one, like going against each other, like
Against each other.
Oh.
Well, we can take it as each other, but I think he's talking about as a skill set, one-on-one.
Oh,
like,
and I got Melo.
Oh, it's a skill set one. I thought you meant 1v1. The skill set
one-on-one.
I'm
like
still
a one-on-one game.
I'm still taking T-Mac.
Rell, you staying?
Yeah, I think a one-on-one player like him, Melo one-on-one. Yeah, I think he's. Yeah.
So we got Melo, T-Mac, Trent.
I said T-Mac.
T-Mac. So for basketball IQ, impact, and one-on-one, he had all three of those categories even. And then the last one is career. And then we're gonna debate it. After this one, we could debate it.
Career, Melo.
Rell.
T-Mac.
Sean.
T-Mac.
Trent.
How?
And I have a great reason why.
We about to debate it, Trent.
I would say Melo only because of the injuries, but I'll give it to Melo.
GK, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I need to address this. Melo.
Fury.
It's either 14 or 16 seasons. Melo averaged over 20 points for a decade and a half. Like, T-Mac didn't do that. T-Mac was only good for 6 years. Granted, in those 6 years, he was better than Melo was in any of Melo's 6 years. That's why I picked McGrady for almost all the categories. Like, I literally picked McGrady, like, I think in all of them except for one-on-one. So I have McGrady as a better overall player, a better, more dynamic player, making a better impact. Who would I rather have on my team? Who would I rather have on the blacktop? It's McGrady all the way. But here's the thing. Just the longevity of Melo's career and how like solid and good he's been for that long of an amount of time. Averaged 25 points for a decade, basically. Almost always up until the latter stage of his career, like now, been the best player on the team and never really had the best supporting cast. Like, it's for an overall career, like resume, like body of work, it's got to be Melo. But for, in terms of just a player, I got McGrady.
When you are, I would probably only give it to Melo because of the longevity of your career. They both, like literally, they both, when it was in like, I guess like when they in the prime, whatever, before Melo had AI, they have like no supporting cast. I mean, what's the name? T-Mac had Yao, but they both stayed consistently injured. And the only reason why I can literally only say, my thing is the only thing I can say I'll give it to Melo is because of the longevity and T-Mac injuries.
Yeah, so like the Mad New Yorker, I don't understand how how you could say T-Mac's career only lasted like 6 years, and Melo is still playing.
I think like, T-Mac never played a full 82 game season.
That's it. Y'all done. Y'all done.
Melo, T-Mac's never had to take a year off in the league.
I'm honestly tell y'all, I'm a Knicks fan.
The most games T-Mac's played 79.
I watched Melo. I watched all of this Melo. I love Melo in Denver. So now, what is Melo's best attribute? It's scoring, right?
T-Mac a better scorer.
T-Mac has 2 scoring champions. Melo has 1. Then when Melo prime, when he's putting up all of these buckets, who was winning scoring champion? Kevin Durant. Because Kevin Durant got 4 of them in Melo prime area when he was just scoring all of these buckets. Then you say Melo didn't have a comparable team. Let me ask you, did Allen Iverson have help when he went to the NBA Finals with a DPOY and a 6th Man of the Year? Did Allen Iverson have help?
I mean, he had teammates.
I would say no.
You would say no. Now, with a Defensive Player of the Year and a 6th Man of the Year, he didn't have help?
I would definitely say he had some help.
He had some help. I'm all for it. The help might not be the same because people, you know, G like looking at the levels of the help, but he had some help.
I'll say no. Like, he had to carry so much of the workload.
All right.
You still had to.
Your man's Melo doubled back with a 6th Man of the Year and a DPOY and Tyson Chandler, J.R. Smith, one of his best seasons ever. Then you have Chris Copeland, a great 3-and-D player at that time. You have Steve Novak, another great 3-and-D player at that time. Iman Shepherd, another great defender at that time. And then these were knockdown shooters that at the same time when they got to the playoffs, he wasn't passing the ball. He was pump faking, and passing out, not passing the ball not one time. So when I say T-Mac, you gotta I look at it as fine. Melo best attribute is scoring. 1 scoring championship, that's cool. Gold medalist, I could win a gold medal if I'm playing on the team with Prom Dwight, Kobe, LeBron, Chris Paul. I could win a gold medal if I'm playing on that team.
Not really, because they lost to France.
How many times the U.S. team lost?
I want to say so. It's so funny though, because you know when I do my research for these topics and stuff, I always look for big moments. So I research, you know, Carmelo and Tracy McGrady's big moments, and one of Carmelo's big moments was winning Olympic rings. And I didn't understand that because I wanted his big moments in the NBA, and I understand that's a part of basketball. But it's like when you compare Tracy McGrady's big moments to Carmelo hasn't had that many.
I mean, Tracy's
even though Carmelo, been out of the first round.
Even though I'm talking about just big moments in games.
Don't do that.
And I just put up the matchup for you guys that I don't know if you want me to put it back up, but the head-to-head matchup between Carmelo and I did have it up on the screen, and Carmelo is scoring more points.
This is wild
Tracy
because
like this, games against him.
Like leading up into this, I'm like I'm going to be arguing in favor of Tracy McGrady the whole time because like I think he's a better player. But like when you say who had a better career, like
only thing you're looking at is longevity. Like,
but you got
like
and he's not even a man though either. So we got to take that longevity into consideration. That on the Thunder he faded out, and then Houston they phased him out, and then he was gone for a year, and he came back as a backup role in Portland, did kind of good, but then.
Houston didn't phase him out.
Houston phased him out.
Houston didn't phase him out.
He was.
It was me personally. Like I stated, I'm a Knicks fan. I told Houston people, the people that I know that like Houston and all of that, I told them that Melo wasn't gonna be on that team for a long time. You know why I told him that? He doesn't like Mike D'Antoni, so I don't even know why he went that way. Him and Mike D'Antoni.
I mean, you got James Harden. I would go that way too.
And I understand that, but him and Mike D'Antoni don't like each other. Melo playing style and how Mike D'Antoni wants him to play, it never worked. And they butted heads, and that's why they went their opposite directions. Well, Mike D'Antoni got fired, quote unquote, stepped down. But you got to understand they never liked each other. So Mike D'Antoni as a head coach, and he's being proven, and Melo wasn't going to go in there and bully Mike D'Antoni way out of there. He wasn't going to do that. That's why Houston didn't ice him out. Him and Mike D'Antoni never got along, so it wasn't a good place for him to even land.
Yeah, but then what happens to him going out of the league for a year? Nobody wanted to touch him. That's called phasing out. Even Steven Jackson talked on it because it happened to Steven Jackson too. Oh, he lost connection. But Steven happened to Steven Jackson. He just talked about it. Like the NBA phases plays out. Like they do all the time. teams phase players out and then they can't get jobs nowhere else. They do it all the time. So that's what happened to Carmelo.
Well,
Carmelo got phased out.
A player is a product, and they're trying to sell a product. To get consumers to buy tickets. It's like having flavor of a food. They've already tasted it. They want something new.
All right, I got to be out.
All right, Sean, thank you for stopping by.
All right, yeah, I'll be back next time.
All right, word. But but I get it. It is a product. It is a product, but I don't know. But back to the conversation. Melo, and TMAC. Carmelo ever had, a crazy comeback last couple of seconds, 8 points.
Tracy's biggest moment is better than any other.
That's what I'm saying. Carmelo clutch.
Tracy averaged 32 points a game one year or something like that.
Yeah, 32 is his highest.
Yeah.
He played 16 years. He made it to 9 playoff trips, and I understand, he's 2-time first All NBA, 2-time scoring leader, 13 points in 33 seconds. He started the self alley-oop.
Yeah, but I have McGrady as a better player, but in terms of who had a better career, when your career only lasts 6 years, that's not a good career. It's just not. If
his career didn't last 6 years. What are you talking about?
Okay,
his prime.
His prime,
dude. After that, he was averaging 4 points, 5 points. You're not really playing. You're just there.
No, he came in the league in 97, 98 is 7. I'm going to go straight down all the years he's been here. 7 points, 9 points, 15 points, 26 points, 25 points, 32 points, 28 points, 25 points, 24 points, 24 points, 21 points, 15 points, 8 points, then 3 points. Then he comes back and has 9 points, 8 points, and then 5 points to finish his last career. So what are you talking about? 3, 4, 5 points. He was still.
So the last 10 years of his career, he was shit.
Okay. He played 30 games, 6 games, 24 games.
The only reason why T-Mac's career.
He wasn't playing at the end of the career. He was hurt.
Exactly.
All right. So that's why he would average that.
Exactly. It's not good.
Say it in the context that you got to say it in. Say it in that context. He didn't play 6 years. He played a long time. He just on the back end of his career, he wasn't effective because of injury.
And even his prime, this whole career.
It's not that he wasn't even effective. He wasn't available.
Who could stop T-Mac in his prime 1-on-1?
Nobody.
In his prime.
What was Kobe saying about T-Mac in his prime? What was Kobe saying?
People were saying T-Mac was better than Kobe.
But what was Kobe saying about him? Not what people were saying. What was Kobe saying about him?
People had T-Mac as better than Kobe.
This guy had to stick. Why? Because he's bigger than me. He can do everything I can do. T-Mac was that guy. Health is the only thing that derailed his career. So we got to say that in the context of, he had a short career. No, it was 16 years long, but he didn't play effectively in his last 5 years. He was injured. I give you that. But you just can't be look at his last couple of years. He averaged 4 or 5 points. GK, that's not fair.
How is it not?
That's not fair. I'm not taking that as fair. It's not fair.
Why? If you're not playing, how is that? Oh my God, dude. How is it good? How is it a good thing if you're not?
Nobody's
playing?
saying
How is
it's
it a
not.
good thing?
Nobody's saying it's not good. But
so then, why are you giving him credit for something that's not good?
I'm not giving him credit. I'm just telling you don't start to give him the credit that he deserves. Don't
what
say that.
Credit? How can you give somebody credit for something that's not good?
Because you said over saying he played 6 years when he didn't. G.
Yeah, he basically saying that he was only good for 6 years.
I get what he's saying. He's saying, but
what am I saying that's wrong? I don't understand.
He played for 6 years and he didn't. GK,
no, he was wrong. No, he was only good for 6 years.
So say that, and I will agree with you. His prime lasted 6 years. His prime lasted 6 years. I will give you that. His prime lasted 6 years.
Yeah, and Melo's prime lasted 15 years. It's night and day.
15 years?
15 years is crazy, GK. I ain't gonna lie.
15 years, GK.
He came into the league.
I don't mind pulling up Carmelo's numbers.
Okay, let me ask. He came into the league in when? The year 2000? What year?
The year came the same with LeBron in 03.
03. Okay.
Yeah, 03,
so
04.
Okay. So what was his last year on the Knicks?
2016.
Yeah, 2016, 2017.
Okay, so that's 13 years, right? So for 13 years, he averaged over 20 points.
Okay, so just because a player averages over 20, so that's what you're taking as his prime, just him averaging 20 points? Like,
so what player outside of their prime averages over 20 points?
what player outside?
Huh?
What?
What player that's like not in their prime is averaging over 20?
Is Melo doing that?
Yeah.
With who?
From the
Melo was still in his prime on the Knicks, so we're not.
Still in his prime.
I would give you that. He like the 20 points, but
from the time he got drafted to the time he left the Knicks, that was 13 years. That's 13 years of averaging over 20 points. So like,
but that's what I'm saying. Just averaging over 20 points. That's what else? That's it. Just the points. That's what I'm saying. Just the points.
But carrying the whole offensive load for 13 years.
What did he carry?
Tracy McGrady didn't do that.
Tracy McGrady didn't carry the load.
He didn't do what?
Not for 13 years.
See, you taking the longevity part of it, and I'm not going to discredit you for that.
But because the category is career, the category is not prime.
Who?
So if you say who had the better prime, McGrady, obviously. Who had the better career? Melo, obviously.
So you're saying Melo carried more in his career than T-Mac did?
No, Melo had to carry for 13 years. McGrady only was capable of carrying for 6.
No, I don't agree there. I don't agree there, G.
How? What did I say that? What's wrong? What? Tell me where I'm wrong. What is incorrect about that?
Oh man, because
was Melo
20 points is
was Melo not the number one scorer on his team?
Tracy, because you were the one that said hypotheticals is the only thing we go. So Tracy was healthy for the same amount of time that Carmelo was. And averaged 20 points on his back end. You would say the same thing about Tracy?
Yes.
No, it makes no. Okay, I can't fight you there. You're gonna stay consistent. I can't fight you there, but I just don't agree. I don't. Agree.
Why? Tracy was a better player.
Tracy was a better player.
So then, what are we arguing about?
I don't know. I don't know. I literally don't know. But I'm just saying, you're only going on points. That's my thing. What else makes Carmelo career? Just because he carried 20 points? For 16 years,
he was the number one scorer on his team for over a decade.
Carmelo didn't have to battle injury, bro. He was able
exactly.
To
so you give him. So you're giving my argument more steam by saying that.
I'm giving my argument.
Melo had the better teams.
Then that's exactly where I was going.
Listen,
he was able to stay healthy. He was able to
being able to stay healthy.
He had better teams and better pieces around him.
So you're get there. So okay.
What team did Melo play on that was better than Carmelo's Nuggets team?
Why is durability a knock against him? I don't understand.
Away from. I said earlier in the conversation, you can give him that.
Durability is a strength.
Right. I said you can give him that, but I'm just not. Oh, just because he had 20 points for this amount of time that. That's it. I think it's other things. What I'm saying is, there's other things that go into it. It's other things. Did
I not pick McGrady for every other category?
Yeah, GK, you did. That's
okay.
Why
So then why are we arguing?
I just said something, and you taking it as I just said I don't think it's fair, and then you went on this whole rant about how is it not fair. I think it's not fair. I don't think it's like fair that you're just saying, oh, Carmelo career because he averaged 20 points. I get it. Yeah, his longevity count. But if I'm going, if I have to pick one, like you say, if you put him on the court one-on-one, I'm going T-Mac.
Of course, because if you say who had a better year, T-Mac. Who had a better stretch of 5 years, T-Mac. Who had a better career, Melo.
I get it.
So if I could give you a car to get you to and from work,
better career just because he averaged 20 points.
If I could give you a car to get you to and from work and say I could give you a car that's going to last 20 years, or I could give you a car that's going to last 6.
Does Carmelo do it for 20 years? On the teams that T-Mac had, take Carmelo out and take T-Mac out, put Carmelo on those teams. What does he look like? Just like T-Mac. Like, because he had to wear and tear his body down, and he would have wound up getting injury.
No, because they play differently. T-Mac played like a slasher. Carmelo doesn't play like that.
T-Mac was a Jimmy, bro. He was a bucket.
Yes, he was a slasher.
No, he was a bucket with the jumpy. Like he was a bucket, bro.
Hey, word.
Like, what are you talking about?
No one's debating that. What are you talking about?
So Melo didn't cram on niggas like I'm like, what you mean?
No, T-Mac.
Melo's a post isolation player. McGrady's not.
He's a
McGrady plays with the ball in his hands. It's different.
So
does Carmelo.
No.
How does he get to do the triple threat if the ball's not in his hands?
You trying to say like what? You trying to say
triple threat?
You trying to say like what? Melo? You trying to say like what? Melo don't bring he get to his spot, so then they let him go to work or some shit like that?
Yes. So Melo plays like one-on-one. Tracy gets to the bucket by slashing.
Tracy Tracy McGrady's spot was everywhere, bro.
That's what I
It
mean.
was everywhere. He didn't need a spot. You didn't need to give him a ball in a certain spot. He
Exactly.
could get you a bucket when
And
you
Melo
needed
still
it.
bring that bitch up like in his prime.
Right.
Like I don't like
when he scored the 13 points and whatever he scored in that amount of time. How many
No,
was
but
slashing? How many was
Carmelo
jump shot?
Anthony's not breaking anybody's ankles. He's not driving around people. Like he's not doing that.
GK, wait, pause. What
Get
are you
him,
saying?
Trent.
Right
It's on
now?
you, Trent. I'm done, Trent. You get him, Trent.
GK, what are you saying right now? You saying that's not that he didn't do that? Like prime Melo? Like that wasn't like in his like arsenal. That he ain't do that at all. Like, well, so what you trying to say? What was Melo's
What
game?
what I'm trying to say is, do you think the way that Melo scores and the way that Tracy McGrady scores is the same?
Damn near. The only thing that the only thing that difference
is a triple threat to me.
And Melo had better post work, but T-Mac still had a decent post game with it. But Melo's post game is elite. So I'm not feel me like to say like Melo didn't like slash. I guess saying like he wouldn't slash or that's hella false. They because Melo's problem had bounce. Like he had bounce, bro.
Yes, but he didn't really like that wasn't his like go to like how he was getting buckets. Like McGrady would like get around you and then dunk on the weak side defender, like posterizing him.
So when Melo used to get around niggas, what would he do?
Well, Melo was more of he wasn't really attacking like that. He was getting like jumpers.
Okay, it's just I don't know. That shit kind of threw me off.
Okay. So for example, I would say like Melo would just play a little slower, right? Like a little bit slower. Where T-Mac, when he was attacking the basket, he would play more aggressive. Like.
So you saying? GK, wait, bro. So like I'm saying, like, bro, prime Melo would really cram on niggas, bro. So I'm saying,
I've seen him do it before, yeah. But I'm saying like that's I don't think like that's in his mind like that's not the order of like things he's not like, oh, this is what I'm gonna try to do first. The first thing he grabs in his bag is not gonna be that.
So the first thing Tracy grabbed is that? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Tracy had to pull up. He had
so if you think about like
killer pull up.
I'm saying
I just watched this matchup against Dirk, a young Dirk, and they was going at it.
I'm saying like archetypes, like right. So, Tracy had more slashing and playmaking, like play shot in him, where Melo was more like ISO post playmaker. Like they're just different. They're just different.
I don't see them as being different.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. I don't see them as being different.
Like if you throw the game tape on, they have different play styles. They don't play the same. They don't play basketball the same way.
I don't know.
I don't agree. I think they're pretty
like
similar.
Carmelo Anthony's using jab steps. He's using pivot moves. Like McGrady has those, but like that wasn't his bread and butter. Like that's the difference. Like Melo can jam on people too, but like that wasn't like his game though. Like that wasn't his go-to.
But if I saw prime Melo driving in the paint, I'm expecting him to dunk.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm saying like their games are damn.
But the frequency like if you take the 6 years where McGrady's in his prime, and like 6 years of Melo in his prime, like. The frequency of like I would say the way that they're driving and dunking, like you're gonna see more of that from McGrady versus what you're gonna see from Melo is more like mid-range jumpers or post moves and getting the ball in the bucket. Like it's not as much like, oh, I'm gonna fly by you and then I'm rising up with one hand and throwing the hammer down. Like McGrady was doing that more so than Melo.
Okay, I can see what you're saying right there. Like, I don't agree to all of it, but I see what you said just right there, though. So
and just like the way, like I don't know, McGrady would just get his buckets. Like McGrady uses athleticism more to get buckets. Melo relied more on like moves. I feel like post moves.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. See, T-Mac created space. I would say.
But also the reason why I have T-Mac is because he's more versatile and like, like having the. Like being cerebral enough to get those steals at the end of the game or like whatever, like figuring that stuff out or just like the willpower to do it. Like Melo doesn't really have that to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a debate. We had a good one. GK got to the top of the whistle and almost blew it. All right, his steam coming out his head. But I gotta pick. What is it? Cut one for you guys. Basketball version, cut one. All right.
But
Give you 4 names, and you just gotta cut one play out of these 4 names. All right.
yeah,
I got Eric Gordon, Jamal Crawford, J.R. Smith, and Jason Terry.
Cut one.
Cut one.
Say him again.
Eric Gordon, Jamal Crawford, J.R. Smith, Jason Terry.
Oh, that's easy. Eric Gordon.
but I think I had a feeling like Eric Gordon, like it's like back in his young days, he had some. I forgot. I might have to cut Eric Gordon. I might have to walk that back, but I probably going to cut Eric Gordon.
Well, even be like the way I look at it is like even if you give me Eric Gordon on his best day, it's not beating any of those other guys on their best day.
Bro, I could have.
Man, New Yorker agrees, so I think we all on consensus here. All right, now we got to get to the trend. If you watch it, you know we do game shows here, so we at that segment. We got guess that player today.
Okay, cool.
GK's favorite segment because he loves the line of questioning. That I give him. So what are we doing? What is this one? I don't know. I forgot. But yeah, I got some different questions. I mean, different hints this time, GK. So I'm basically giving you their draft class, the amount of years they played, how many times they were All-Star, and something in that realm. How many teams they played for on both East and West, and then whether they won a chip or what their prime was. All right, so that's what you're guessing the player offered. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Hopefully, don't mess up. Your first hint. He was drafted by the Blazers in 1996, and he's a center.
Okay. Oh, we can pick? We can say it?
You could guess if you want.
I'm gonna wait for another hint.
Let me go one more hint. Yeah.
Now you want another hint? Oh, I forgot. It was 2 animations in that one. All right. Played 18 years.
Is it Rasheed Wallace?
Is it Rasheed Wallace? I don't even have my paper. That is negative.
Damn. We can keep going with that if I need another hint.
I got. You got 5 hints in total, so I'm about to give you another one right
18
now.
years. That means he would have retired in. Let's see, 2006 plus 8 is 2014. Yeah, 2014 he would have retired.
He was a 3-time All-NBA.
A center that retired in 2014.
Yo, I think I'm on. I think go one more. I need one more.
Keep going.
Is Jermaine O'Neal?
It is. It is.
Wow. Yo,
go ahead, Trey.
shit.
Go ahead, Trey.
Yeah.
Holy shit! That's the first time we got one right with just 3 hints on the board.
I had a feeling, because I always remember what's that when the Malice in the Palace?
Malice in the Palace.
And I remember they was talking about when Jermaine O'Neal got drafted.
Played for 7 different teams, mostly in the East. His prime was from 2002, 2006. That's when I just calculated points like GK did earlier. It was Jermaine O'Neal. All right, your next one. He was drafted by Golden State Warriors in 2001, and he's a point guard.
Hell no. Nah, I need more than that. Okay. Need more than that.
Is that like Monte Ellis?
No.
Hell no.
He's a shooting guard, isn't he?
Yeah.
All right. He played 11 years.
I need another one.
GK, you gotta hurry up. He might get it on the 3rd one again.
I may have to think this one too, because god damn.
The mad New Yorker, you got any guesses? I'll give you another hint. 3-time All-NBA.
Yo, I need one more hint. Yo, I swear I think I know this.
GK, when you out here, nothing at you, bro.
Nah.
Baron Davis.
Baron Davis is incorrect.
Nah, because he was on the Hornets.
GK might be cheating. No, no, he said Baron. He said Baron. No, not Baron. All right, next hint. He played for 4 different teams, 2 in the East, 2 in the West.
OJ Mayo?
No.
Not even more.
His prime was from 2004 to 2007.
Hibachi?
No. Who's Hibachi?
Agent Zero?
Oh, Agent Zero. Yeah, I ain't never heard nobody call him Hibachi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Gilbert Arenas.
I didn't know he was drafted by the Warriors. That's why it threw me off.
That was Gilbert. Gilbert Arenas. Your next one. Trent likes this game, I see.
Yeah.
Drafted by the Suns in 1999, and he's a small forward.
Okay.
Sean Marion?
Oh, my God. GK with a hitter. GK with a damn hitter.
That's what
Played 16 years, 2-time All-NBA, played for 5 different teams, 2 in the West, 2 in the East. Won a championship in 2011. It was Sean Marion. Your next one. He's drafted by the Bucks in 1996 and is a point guard.
Need another one.
2-time All-NBA.
The fuck? I need another one.
Yeah, you got to keep going, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, you told me to give you time in between. Now you want me to just throw him up there? Played 13 years.
So that would have been they retired in 2009.
Nope. New Yorker, nope.
I need another one. That I can remember.
Oh, shit.
I ain't even see it.
My space bar is stuck, bro. All right, I got you. My space bar got stuck. We got to start over. Oh, that was a nice move by me, though. That was a nice move by me. GK, you saw it?
No.
Yes, you did. Trust me, GK. All right, what was on the third one?
No, it's the Sean Marion one.
All right, yeah, this was Marion. We on the one after this.
The Bucks guy that retired in 2009 was All-NBA twice, drafted in 1996 as a point guard. That's not enough information for me.
Word.
Played 13 years. He played for 5 different teams, 3 in the East, 2 in the West. That save was beautiful.
Was it a white guy? Is it Kirk Heinrich or something like that?
No. Played 9 years in China.
Oh, that's Stephon Marbury.
That is Stephon Marbury.
Good shit, Trent.
That China one just came up, but damn, he played for the Bucks. I didn't even know that.
Dude, Starberry was like a Michael Jordan in China.
Your next one. Drafted by Boston in 1997 and is a point guard.
You're gonna have to keep going.
5-time All-Star. And I didn't put All-NBA. I put All-Star.
Mm-hmm. Still not enough.
Yeah, still not enough.
Played 17 years.
That's a good one. So that would mean 2007 plus 7, 2014 he retired.
I need another one.
Yeah, because like, who did he play for?
Played for 7 different teams, 4 in the East, 3 in the West.
Damn.
I would have to know like where he spent most of his career, I feel like.
You know you're not getting that from me.
Yeah, I need the last one.
Woo! 2004 NBA champ and Finals MVP. Who?
Chauncey?
Chauncey Billups is correct.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Killing you, G. Killing you. Chauncey
Because like you don't think of him as a Celtic, so.
Yeah, no cap.
That's why I got this. Drafted by Toronto in 1997, small forward.
Tracy McGrady.
Tracy. He got hurt for me.
I tried to sneak Tracy in there. I tried to sneak him in there. Played 16 years, 7-time All-NBA. Played for 6 different teams, 5 in the East, 1 in the West. And then his prime was from 2000 to 2007. That's what I counted it as, GK.
That's fine.
That's what I counted it
yeah,
as.
No, that's fine.
All right, next one. He was drafted by the Mavs in 1994. He is a shooting guard / point guard. Point guard / shooting guard.
Penny?
That is incorrect. That's cool. That's what's up, New Yorker.
Need another one.
Played 19 years.
Wait, drafted by the Mavs or the Magic?
Mavs. It says MAVS.
I thought,
not
yeah,
Mags.
that's why I looked at it and said Mavs. I thought you said Magic.
No,
Need one more.
That's why I said Penny.
No. I didn't even notice that you said Penny. I just said no because it wasn't the name I needed. 6-time All-NBA.
That's crazy.
19 years is 2003 retiring, right? No, that's 2013 retiring.
Played with 4 different teams, 2 on both sides.
J Kidd.
J Kidd. Look, the Hatter had it. The Hatter. Should I give it to the?
Yeah,
give it to the New
he
Yorker?
said right before me. He literally said right before me.
I didn't know he was drafted by the Mavericks.
And then
Wait, what happened?
he won a chip in 2011.
Did he play for the Mavericks?
He played for the Mavs.
No.
They traded him, I think, or they traded him. Then he wound up going back later in his career.
So he did have a season on the Mavs before he went to the Nets?
Yes.
That's incredible. I did not know that.
Jason Kidd.
What did he like just play his rookie season and then they traded him?
I'm not sure. I think it was a couple of years he was there, but I'm not sure if he was on the bench or not. I saw when I looked up his numbers when I was doing this, it was like a couple of years he was there. I'm not sure. Drafted by the Timberwolves. Oh shit, I didn't put the year. Give me a second. I'm gonna go find the year. I don't know what happened to Rell. Rell dropped out and got his GED because I have no idea what happened to Rell. All right. Let me get the year for you guys though.
Do you have a guess at what the year might be?
96.
Oh, okay. So
KG?
90s.
KG is correct.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was drafted as a center.
Yeah, I'm surprised they labeled him as a center coming out.
Played 21 years, 9-time All-NBA. Played for 3 different teams, 2 in the East, 1 in the West, and he won a championship in 08. It is Kevin Garnett. All right, your next one.
The big ticket.
Drafted by the Cavs in 2002, a power forward.
Oh God, it's that funny-looking guy. I know who it is too. I just can't think of his name. I'm picturing him in my head.
No, I need another hit.
Played 13 years.
It's the guy from Duke, right?
He's a 1-time All-NBA.
I think I know who it is. I just need one more hit.
Is it Boozer?
Yes, it is.
Damn, that's what I was thinking too.
Should have just shouted it out.
Yeah.
GK, Trent's still kicking your ass. It's like Trent go 2, you get 1. He go 2, you get 1. That's the thing. Trent, GK, Trent, GK, Trent, GK. We got 3 more.
Trent's good.
Played for 4 teams. Played with D Rose. What's your last name? Carlos Boozer. All right. Next one. Drafted by the Grizzlies in 2001. Small forward.
I need another one.
Rudy Gay?
Another one. No.
No.
Played 13 seasons. I like Trent's knowledge. We gotta have Trent back up here when we got a full show.
I'm with it.
It was Carlos Boozer. He was a 2-time All-Defensive player.
Shane
Battier
Shane.
I love
is
Shane.
correct. All right, some players that I thought you guys have forgotten. 2-time NBA champ.
I didn't know he was drafted by the Grizzlies though, so that's my bad.
All right, second to last one. Played for the Supersonics, drafted by the Supersonics in 1998. Small forward.
Rashard Lewis.
Rashard Lewis is correct. GK breaks the cycle of 2-2-1 because Trent was kicking your ass. He's still kicking your ass. But all right, this last one, I'm gonna give you a hint right off the bat. Think outside the box. Okay, put some respect on Rashard Lewis' name too. Yeah, it was Shane. It was Shane. Shane Battier. All right. Last one. He was drafted by Utah in 1986. He's a shooting guard.
You gotta keep going.
I'm going. Played 16 seasons.
So 86 plus 10, 96, 2002, he would have retired.
Need another one.
So from 1986 to 2002?
Jeff Hornacek?
No. In 1994 was Sixth Man of the Year. It was Rashard Lewis, New York. Hornacek is incorrect.
So what is that other guy's name? Havlicek?
Nope. That's what he said. Yeah, Havlicek. Nope. All right. He played for 5 different teams, 4 in the East, 1 in the West.
I'm not going to end up getting this. Keep going.
My last hint gives it away. Has 2 sons in the league.
Oh, Del Curry?
Del Curry is Told you. I told you the last one was like a little outside the box. I saw his name. I was like, oh yeah, let me throw Del up in there. Yes, it was Del Curry for you guys at home. He said Russ. No, it wasn't Russ. It was Del. It was Del Curry. All right. And yeah, GK, that brings us to the end of the show, bro. We here. We got here. Final thoughts.
That was a good show. Good to pace. I mean, I'll always love to come back. So
you can come back anytime you want.
Yeah, it was fun. No doubt.
GK?
Yeah, follow us on TikTok, man. TikTok is blowing up. TMAC is my guy, and obviously I'm a Carmelo fan, bro. But yeah. Go watch some TMAC and Carmelo highlights, and then
go watch them duel. That's what you should do. You should go watch them play each other because it's exciting.
Yo, Troy, have y'all done the receiver ranking yet? Like in football?
Yeah. I could pull it up if you want to see it.
No, I wish I was there for that.
I'm on it. You can give us your thoughts because we still got some time. I'm just ending it because we had the topics. No, I mean, we could talk about the Ben Simmons, the game yesterday if you guys want.
That was wild. We can talk about it.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I'm a James Harden fan, but God, that was
go ahead, talk about it. Talk about the game.
I didn't get to sit there and watch.
I didn't get to see it all, but I remember like the third quarter, it was like KD.
I can't watch New York Knicks games.
KD was just crazy. And James Harden had a horrible game. So yeah,
horrible game.
From what I saw though, like when they were running the pick and roll, James and Embiid, Brooklyn figured this thing out where they kind of put James in no man's land where they're forcing him to make a weird read where they wouldn't necessarily commit to Embiid or necessarily commit to him, so he had to kind of wait, and it was hard to get the read done because the way they were doing it, and so he would get into the space in the middle, and then it would end up he would be a little indecisive, and he would have to throw up a weird kind of flow.
Ronnie Ice, thank you for stopping by, brother.
Like a weird floater, right? And then he just wasn't hitting it. So,
but
I feel like if they sit there for all right, teams are going to keep on trying to do this like this, then he's gonna be like, all right, this is what I need to do in this situation. So I think he's gonna be able to get it right.
Yeah, but also it's the regular season, that first game against each other. I still think if they match up in the playoffs, I'm still taking the 76ers, honestly. In the full series.
Yeah, I mean, it depends because if Kyrie's not able to play
so I think Kyrie got
76ers.
Kyrie got 4 regular season games left.
Yeah, so KD gonna have to put some work on it. So I think it's a harder road for the Nets than it is for the Sixers to get there. But the game was exciting. I love what KD said after the game about the booing about Ben. It stopped at some point. It's hard to boo somebody when you're down by 30. So,
how many games are left?
Probably under 20.
Yeah, something like that. And Kyrie got 4 left. And what's seed or the Nets? Are they in the play-in right now still?
Yeah, they're still in the play-in.
So I'm saying, I don't even know what's gonna go
See,
happen.
put some respect on it. Miami. I'm not taking Chicago to Mad. The Mad.
I'm not taking Miami. I'm sorry.
If I call you the Mad Hatter, I'm sorry. It just
well, what I was gonna say is they probably still have over 10 games to like build up their chemistry and stuff. So
yeah, but I don't think, like I said before, I don't think Ben's coming back this season.
I don't think so either.
I think Ben's going to sit the rest of the season and just prepare his body for next season so they can make a fresh start. And
I don't even understand how he's injured because when was the last time he actually played basketball?
But that's what I said before. Like, I used to play ball and work out, and then when I stopped, bro, my muscles started breaking down, and I started having back problems. Like, if you don't do something that your body is used to doing for a while, it starts to affect you. So him having back cramps can affect him if he wasn't working on his body like he should have to keep in shape. That's the only thing I'm saying. Like, it's not like he was injured when they last playoffs. It's like him sitting that long of a time and just working out and not really playing basketball and being in basketball shape that could affect his body. And that's all I'm saying.
That's true. Because either way, I think the top three that's gonna come out, the East probably be Philly, Bucks, or the 76ers. I don't see Chicago got a chance, but I think Miami are fraud.
Chicago played Boston in the first round, they get bounced.
You don't think Chicago's more of a fraud than Miami is a fraud?
No, Miami's not a fraud. Miami's defense is going.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Miami has like really
tough.
Good defense. The Bulls don't have any defense.
Plus, this is going to show what DeMar DeRozan really is. Because I don't know if y'all seen it, but I don't like how people.
That's a good question for you, GK.
I don't like how people trying to compare.
Or Trent, you can answer it.
Compare him to the Paul George, because I thought Paul George was always a better player. So,
what are the 76ers' weaknesses? I think their weaknesses.
Boston is way too young. No, they're not.
No, they're not. This ain't.
Been to two Eastern Conference Finals in the last 4 years. We're not.
Jason Tatum isn't 19 anymore.
I don't think really the Sixers have a lot of weaknesses.
James Harden is the 76ers' weakness. James Harden. And Joel Embiid's health. That's the weakness.
Well, no. Even if James Harden scores 10 points, like
he's going to get like
Embiid could score 50 and like balance it back out.
That's why I said health. Embiid's health.
Yeah. It's James Harden and just how the way James Harden play.
When it comes playoff time, Embiid needs to be 100% healthy. He cannot have a nagging injury like the last couple of years because you see how that affects him. Yeah, he can put points up, but it don't affect the game like he normally does.
Outside of health, like just in terms of like strategy or X's and O's or like, talent or whatever.
That's a hot take, Ronnie.
Elements of the game. Have the Bulls beat a top tier team this season? They're like 2-18 against top tier teams or something. They're horrible.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm taking Boston because we beat top teams, bro. We stood tall with some of the best of them. Like, yeah, we had collapses in the beginning of the season, but like I said this early, I said that All-Star break, you're going to see a different Boston when they come out, and I was 100% correct. Like, even before we went to All-Star break, they started kicking. That's going to carry over into the playoffs if they could just keep their mindsets the way it is, and JT could be that front guy. Because everybody sits here and says, "Oh, JT and Jaylen Brown, they got to figure it out." No, I think they figured it out. JB is number 2, and JT is number 1.
I don't understand. I don't understand like the Jason Tatum hate for some reason. I don't, because people be hating.
I agree 100%.
Like I honestly, I really don't know. Like I don't know when.
I think it's just inconsistency. I don't think it's like his overall thing. I think it's just like it seems like for certain stretches he's just not present.
And that's what's going to help us in the playoffs. Team basketball, team defense. Like, that's what we're playing. That's what I think is going to take the heat for us, that defense. Like, they're going to be able to make it hard for teams to score. Like,
Jimmy Butler just got I think the Heat are frauds, but Jimmy Butler actually plays good.
I say we do need some more depth on the bench.
Yeah, they may be straight.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler and them ain't going. Don't you go into that playoffs? Like I said about Boston last episode, you go into that playoffs thinking with that Z on your head, just one of them, they're gonna put you to bed. They're gonna put you to bed. But rotations, they lessen rotations in the playoffs anyway. So 6 players, just get 2 more comparable players, and we're fine.
So as of right now, like Boston is gonna play Chicago. So that's good for them.
It's like a regular series, or is it playing? It's regular, right?
Oh, it's regular. No, it's a 7. It's going 7. It's going.
So who in the plans on the East?
Atlanta, Nets, Hornets, and Toronto.
Yeah.
And that's off the top of my head.
The Wizards are 2 games out, and the Knicks are 3 games out.
Speaking of that, y'all think the Lakers got a chance to make the play?
Lakers got a chance to make the play-in. I think they could win some games in the play-in and get to the playoffs.
I mean, they're gonna make the play-in.
You're not gonna beat the Suns, and you're not gonna beat the Warriors. I don't even know if you beat Memphis if you play them in the first round.
Because I went to the Rockets and the Lakers game right there, like watching the shit. But that shit look like Russ, like on the stat line, it looks like he had like 30 on 50% shooting. Like it looks good, but it was like a bad 30. Like that offense is just bad. Like it's just like it looks like LeBron's just not. He's not like that aggressive, but he's throwing dimes. They're not shooting it. They're not shooting it or they're not making it. It's just like I don't know what the Lakers are gonna do. Honestly.
I was gonna say like they don't look like they're moving around a lot and swinging the ball around a lot. Like they don't look like they're.
It's usually like
it doesn't look good.
Like somebody will make one pass, they shoot it, or like Brown will kick in, like drive in, throw it out, be wide open, they shoot it, or be a lot of turnovers, and then the defense is bad. Like Jalen Green had like 32. Our center had like 20 and like 16. Like LeBron was playing center. Like it's just bad right now for the Lakers. Like they cheating Russell Westbrook, like Ben Simmons, like just backing up, just letting him shoot. He's shooting them, but letting him shoot open twos.
I don't understand too, because like like when you're growing up and playing basketball, like as a little kid, one of the most simple fundamental things the coach teaches you is make sure at least 3 people touch the ball, like so it's at least 3 passes before we throw up a shot.
You said that and it clicked in my head. What did you think about Kevin Durant saying about the 76ers that we know that they don't make the second or third effort and we can beat them there? That's telling if a team is telling reporters that, we know this team don't make second, third effort, so we just got to out-hustle them and we'll win the game. Like, that has to be felt around the league.
I don't think it's that easy for them to say that. I mean, after the game, right?
Yeah.
I don't think.
No, he said it in his post on the court.
I don't think. Post. I just got to see.
Because that was that game plan. That was the game plan going in. The game plan was to get him in that transition.
You could also say they had a very horrible game. Because I say James Harden start hard, and then Embiid, and then you got Maxey with him. Bro, I don't.
Yeah, but nor Maxey nor James Harden had a good game, so we got to just take it as for what it is, and we got to give the credit. Yeah, we got to give the credit to Kyrie and them guys that's playing defense on him, because Kyrie did play some good defense on him.
Yeah, it's gonna be a scary playoffs, bro. It's just. I can't.
That's what I'm saying. I think KD and Kyrie know who James Harden is, and they know his weaknesses, and they're like, "Yo, we match up against these guys. We're going to attack him on defense." Just like, what did the Houston just come in? You said you went to the game. What did Green say about Carmelo?
It was killing Melo. Like, every he come up big, Melo try to get on him. Melo try as hard as they ISO. It don't matter. They was just killing him. That literally was the whole game plan, was just to kill Melo.
Yeah, I mean, you find a weakness, you got to exploit it. That's how you win games. So that's how you win games. So, but what did you guys think about the crowd booing Ben?
I mean, it's obvious. I mean, I knew that was going to happen, but
as they should.
I mean, it's Philly fans though, bro. Like, that's what they're gonna do. So.
Yeah, but I mean, like, dude, Philly fans were with him. They supported him they did all this stuff for him the longest. So, like.
I mean, I see why.
I see they supported him.
I wouldn't say they supported him.
I see why their backs on him like this.
But
no, he turned their back. He turned his back on them first.
Hell no.
But what? How?
Because he passed the ball up. Young. That's how he turned his back on. That's bullshit. Ben was there working, bro, doing what he was doing into the Philly or front office wanted to be like, "Oh, Ben, we need you to shoot. We need you to shoot," because they needed more shooting around Joel Embiid, which is a fact. They needed more shooting, and in that situation, Ben does need to shoot the ball. But you don't put Ben in a situation where he's not comfortable.
It has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with it. It has everything to do with the fact that they don't like Ben as a person. It has nothing to do with, like...
I said that. I said you can't boo him that much.
Like, because Ben just gives off this aura, like, I'm better than everybody else. Like, I'm above everybody. And, like, he just walks around all smug, like, like he doesn't care.
Wait, but what, you trying to say, like, Ben Simmons, like, he cocky as hell or some shit?
He's not.
Because he grew up in the AAU generation.
He is laid back.
Because he grew up in the AAU generation where like he's playing basketball his whole younger career, and everybody's
But
like,
that
"No,
doesn't mean
like
that's how.
you're the man,
you
you're the
can't not
man,
be-
like you're
I
the
used to
best,
play-
blah blah blah."
Seriously,
So
that's
now in
how
his head,
it
he
is.
thinks he's like, "Oh, I'm the man, I'm the best." Like
No, how
I
do you
can
know
just do
that?
whatever
What's
I
the
want.
facts
GK,
behind
how
it?
do you know
What's
that?
the facts behind that?
Because
It's just
Now you're
it's just his
assuming.
demeanor and the way he walks around.
That's not
but
true,
how
bro.
though? Because Ben Simmons from like
So what? Hold on, Trent. So what in his demeanor showed you that yesterday when they were making posts talking about Ben was scared to be in Philly and then
I didn't
recording
see
him
the game
walking down there?
yesterday.
They I'm telling you, they said the title was Ben is scared to be in Philadelphia with him walking down the damn hallway in the arena. But he's so nonchalantly thinks he's better than everybody else.
I don't, because I've never seen Ben Simmons like say some cocky shit. Even through like, bro, he's been like when he came out of high school, #1 player. Even if he grew up like even that AAU shit, that don't mean nothing. That's just him as a person. Like Ben Simmons just laid back and he tries to just do his job. I don't ever.
I've never seen him come at anybody like, yeah, I'm the greatest, I'm the best, I'm better than this guy. Like,
all I will say is he probably just need to toughen up.
yeah, I would say that. I would say the same thing. And so
like what New York said, he just need to toughen up.
He needs to toughen up.
Because LSU, bro, oh my god, bro, what? But Ben Simmons was tough.
We gotta at some point we just gotta accept the fact that Ben wasn't feeling the 76ers anymore. Neither was he feeling Embiid. Embiid wasn't feeling him. Doc came in there and made the situation worse, and you're not gonna take that pressure off of Doc. And Ben played a part in that shit. You gotta take your responsibility too, Ben. But don't sit here and just be like, oh, this, that, and the third. Like no, like it's not just all on Ben, and you gotta stop doing that. Joel and them could have had a private conversation with that dude after the playoffs. Like, yo, you can't do that. We need you in the gym. Like, why is there videos surfacing of Ben shooting in the gym? Because he had all that pressure on him learning how to shoot, but then he just didn't have the confidence to do it. And I get it. That's messed up as a basketball player. I get it. I'm on that side. But at the same time, we just can't sit here and be like, oh, it's all Ben Simmons. No, it was Joel. It was Doc. It was that front office. Like, they did the same thing to, what's his name? Marshall Funk. Like,
yeah, yeah.
Did the same thing to Okafor, Noel's. Like, come on. Like, they got a history of doing this. AI. Like, they got a history of doing this shit. Like, it's not just Ben. It's the 76ers organization. I used to be a Philly fan, bro. I know. I used to be a Philly fan. Like, they're not the greatest front office, bro, to go play for. Why do you think Seth is coming out and saying stuff about him now? Like, because experience with them. So we can't I just don't like that conversation when we're blaming Ben for the whole thing.
The only thing I would blame Ben is probably the reason why they lost that game.
No, New York, he's a slasher. That's what I would use Ben as. A point. It's a small forward slasher in that position. Put shooters around him. That's what we did it to Giannis, even though Giannis is learning how to shoot. You put shooters around him. What other big man, what are they trying to do for Embiid? Put shooters around him, because that's how you make big men succeed in today's game. You put shooters around him. It's just not Ben's fault. It's Philly's fault too. Nothing to add. I don't like the quietness. Come on, guys, pick it up.
Yeah, that's
really. Come on, GK, say something.
I think he should have been booed.
No, I'm not taking away from he should have been booed. I didn't touch it, but I'm just saying it's not all his fault. They should boo Philly just like they did wind up doing later on.
Doc, I definitely agree on that.
We gotta have this conversation someday.
What?
Is Doc an overrated coach?
I mean, there's been so many 3-1 leagues he done.
Well, why? Why is he overrated?
But Ronnie, why is he overrated? We got a little time. Why is he overrated? Because how big he was, and they saw how LeBron was playing at the guard position. Why not try to replicate that with a big guy that can handle the ball and play make?
No, I think Ben Simmons could be a guard. I think he is a guard, to be honest. But
he could be, but not a shooting guard.
Yeah, no.
He's not going to shoot the ball. He's not that guy. Like,
he doesn't need
guy,
to.
Kyle. But that's what I'm saying. I agree.
Sean Livingston was the same thing.
Right. But there are other players that succeed at that. Like, look at DeMar DeRozan. Nobody came at DeMar like, yo, you got to shoot threes in this era of shooting threes. Yeah, he got better at it.
I think
where does he kill at? The mid-range. We always kill that from the beginning of his
They just want to see the Ben to shoot. Like, we don't see him shooting at all.
Yeah, but that's not his game. And
I don't even need to see him to shoot. I just want to see him attack.
I want to see him dunk on somebody like Ben was doing in his first 2 years. I want to see him.
It's not
be aggressive. I'm on the same page.
It's not like that. I need you to jump shoot. It's just I need you to shoot in general. Like just like put the ball toward the basket. Like I don't care how you do it. If it's a dunk, if it's
in that one moment he didn't do that. And every other time Ben was aggressive. And that's what I said before. We can't sit here and say Ben was never aggressive. He was. Something happened in his psyche where he stopped being aggressive, and we have
going back to that comment. GK, you don't think Doc overrated?
No, yeah, I want no. Well, why? Like I want to hear the reasoning.
Ronnie probably typing it out. I'm waiting for the answer.
Probably. I kind of agree with that a little bit.
But what did you guys think about Westbrook not wanting his kids to come to the game?
I see why, but half of this is on him, and then of course we got the Wild fans. But like even when I was in Houston, like we was right, I was like literally right behind the Lakers, bitch. Like nope, it was nobody saying no foul shit or whatever. But maybe that's probably just in Houston. But like, I see why he don't want his kids around that because like everybody's just like shitting on Russ right now because of the way he's playing. I wouldn't want to be there either. And like I'm in the crowd and I just see all these people just shitting on my pop.
When you went to the game, did you hear people say anything to Russ?
Nah, Russ had love. Because I guess he played at Houston. Even though like I was so mad like the way he played in 2020 playoffs with Houston, but like it was like Russ was getting shown love. Nobody saying nothing crazy, so I haven't seen it. It's like when
the guys closer to the court though, because they know them, they can hear them.
True,
so
but
they be trying to say some stuff to rat at them.
I think like when it comes like when Russ like when they talk bad about him, like we can hear it's like when it's like the crazy fan base like Utah, probably say you throw Philly in there.
You talking about Doc?
Huh?
And the New Yorker, he's talking about Doc. He said Tobias and Embiid doesn't listen to him.
Yeah, bro. It's just like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean I understand him, but
I understand
I understand the other end of it too. Like
yeah, like you can't be like.
Then you bring cupcakes to the party because they was calling Kevin Durant cupcakes.
Like you a top 75 player, bro. It looks like his touch is gone, bro. Like I don't like. Just like
I mean, some people have a bad drop off, bro, early, and maybe it can be contribute to the system that he's playing in. Like, let's say if Russ goes somewhere next year, if he goes to the Pistons or something, or like somewhere, and he starts shitting again, I don't think people would actually, be like, "Oh, Russ is washed." I think that's your answer, GK.
No, I don't think Russ washed. I wouldn't say washed, but like, yeah, it's a drop off.
So, like, where do you rate him to have him overrated then? Like, I don't.
And he says, then, so he ain't finished. He coming back. He coming back. All right? Make it interesting, Ronnie.
Like, I guess if you have him rated as the best coach of all time, then yeah, he's overrated. But like,
nah, but I mean, I don't see.
No, it depends where you hold him to consider him over or under.
Yeah, like, I don't think that's
Like, how high do you hold him that you say he's overrated? Like, I don't hold him that high to consider him overrated. So let's see. Like, if I'm thinking about, like, if I had to rank all the coaches currently in the league right now, I would say he's definitely in the top half. But I don't know if I would consider him like.
I think when he's talking about overrated, I think he may be talking about all the time.
So, well, let me ask you guys about this. Like, so how many teams are there? 30? 32? How many teams are there? 32?
I think it's 31, 32, something like that. Yeah.
30. Shit. Hold on, let me see real quick, actually. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's 30. Okay, so out of the 30 teams, I would say if you got to rank all the coaches, you got to put Doc somewhere. So 30, like halfway would be 15. So I would say he's top 15. You don't think he's top 15 coach right now?
Yeah, he's probably higher. Just that I don't like that. It's been like so many situations. 3-1 leads blown, and he's the coach since like the Orlando days. He won TMAC. I think they was up like 3-1 against like the champs at that one time, the Pistons or whatever, and they blew that lead. It's that got there, and it's been bad leads. The TMAC days. You had with the Clippers when they blew the against our Rockets in 2015 when we had Josh Smith and Corey Brewer tweaking. Like, it's just been bad. Look at players and teams. I don't rank him, but people do.
But just talking about right now, right?
Like, right now, he's up there. Yeah.
Well, okay, who's the best coach in the league right now today? Which team has the best coach?
The Suns.
No, I'll probably go with the Suns.
The Suns
What's
coach?
his name? Monty Williams?
Monty Williams, the Suns coach. I would say
Spo, right?
Yeah, Spo. Can't put Pop in the conversation anymore.
Well, Kerr
right now. Maybe Kerr, but people have a lot of questions about Kerr. They don't think he's a good coach or he
Well, see, the thing with
enough over there to be considered.
Well, the thing with Kerr is that there's not really he doesn't have enough differentiators. Like he's only ever coached for the Warriors and he's only ever coached Steph. So like
Steph, yeah.
you don't really have a sample of him that coached on a different team with different players. Like, you know, we only have what we have, so it's hard to kind of base, you know, how good he is off of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, off the top of my head, I can't really think. Is there really 10 other guys that you'd rather have as your coach right now than Doc? Like,
think about it, probably not. Honestly.
So like, I would even say he's top 10 right now. So, like, I mean, if you're top 10 out of the 30, like, how are you overrated? Like, I mean, I don't have him at 1. If you had him at 1, I would say that's overrated.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. If he was at 1, he would be overrated.
Like if he was at maybe like 1, 2, 3, okay, you could say that maybe that's overrated. But if he's just somewhere in along the lines of 5 through 10, or even like 4, 5, 6, like I would say that's fairly rated. I don't know.
He was cheated up.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta say that's the best coach because they're the best team, bro. And I think a lot of people are looking at the Suns like, yo, what are we gonna do with these guys in the playoffs? Because they already could play a slow down game. Like they can make you slow your game all the way down, and that's a key in the playoffs. Like if their Suns can make every team play their type of game, it's over. Like, the only tough matchup is the Bucks. Like,
yeah,
but also though, I mean, how much of it is like the personnel and stuff? Because
he was talking all the time.
Because Monty Williams has coached a lot of really awful teams before, and I can't recall exactly which ones, and I can't recall the rosters he had, but I know he's had a lot of failed campaigns before.
Yeah. So I don't really know, honestly. I don't know why I still got the 76 goals.
It's so hard to judge because no coach has. It's not like every coach has the same team, you know, because then you could compare easy. But like because you have different players and shit, like how do you really? It's hard to compare how good of a coach you are, you know.
Definitely.
What about Ben Simmons' grievance? He might be filing a grievance against the 76ers to get some of that money they fined him for back.
No.
Yeah, he's not getting that.
Like it's not like it was a surprise punishment. Like you already knew the punishment ahead of time. Like
he's not.
If you don't show up to practice, you're getting fined. He didn't show up to practice, he got fined. Like it's pretty simple to me.
Was it fair for him to get fined though?
He already knew the rules.
Nah, I think. Yeah, he's not getting that back.
I mean, if they fouling it, they got something.
I mean, if they have something clear, then
if they foul, I'm telling you because I'm a criminal justice. I have a criminal justice degree. If they and like 3 of my teachers was lawyers, if they fouled it, they got something. Whether it's strong enough for a judge to get what he wants out of it, I don't know. But they gotta have something.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they have something where they hypothesize like, well, if we argue this, then we might be able to make a case. So I'm sure they have that, but I just don't think it's. I mean.
And they also said that he wanted to go to Philly so the fans could boo him because then it'll help his case out.
Oh my God! So he's basically going to use.
Somebody said that. I don't think it's true, but that's what somebody said.
You know how funny that would be though. That'd be super funny.
Somebody said that Ben was going to use the booze to help his grievance case, but we don't know. We don't know. But anything else you guys want to touch on? You ready to get out of here?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Let's do the final thoughts over. Final thoughts, Trent.
About what? To my whole thing?
Yeah, whatever
anything,
you want to get
anything
off.
You want to get off before? Yeah.
Real quick, yo, Trey. What GK? Where y'all rank Cooper Kupp at? Like in general, as a top receiver.
Oh, let me show you. I got it up right here.
Yeah, because like
this season we did though.
Nah, this season, yeah, Cooper Kupp 1, Debo 3. Oh, what the fuck?
Now, this was GK and Roy, as you can see in that little corner, because I just write the names.
Okay. Why the fuck Debo 3?
Where you want him?
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, if I gotta look at it, I gotta recap these seasons. This season as a receiver,
I tell you what.
As a receiver, he probably not even top 5 because he does so much as he's versatile. I don't like as a running back. Receiving, I don't have him. Yeah, top 5, nah. Because that's kind of rough. Because I'm taking
But
Justin.
it all depends on how you frame the criteria, right? Like we looked at it as like production through the course of the season, like what happened, not like going into next year. Who would we rather have?
No, man, I'm
Because
talking about this season. Yeah, because
like
this
if
season,
you want to frame it as like going into next year, who would I rather have on my squad? Then yeah, some of those other guys I'd rather have over
this
Debo.
year, shit, I got Jamar in my top 5. But honestly,
Jamar Chase.
yeah, I got my top 5 based off impact, what he does as a receiver. Because without
Well,
him,
these guys taking into injury, how many games was played, all that stuff too when they're making these lists. Because we did a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, this was a while ago, so I can't barely
Yeah,
remember.
this
But
was a
like,
while ago.
how many games did Jamar play?
he played the whole season.
I thought he missed some time.
He did.
I thought.
He got had the receivers around him. I gotta look. I need to look that up real quick. Because Jamar Chase. He played
14 games.
Yeah, I think it was 14 games he played. Nah, he played the whole 17.
He played all 17?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember why we had him that low then.
Because we talking about this season. Yeah, Kupp obviously won. But I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, like the Discord we and stuff, sometimes I get hate. Or I say I be hating on Cooper Kupp because I don't have him top 5 at all. So that's my thing.
I mean, Dub get hate too. Shout out Players Choice. Dub get hate for it too. So,
Yeah.
But I mean, it just like I said, Cooper Kupp still has a lot to show me too because I want to see. I like consistency. I like a 3 to 5 year span of consistency, and his 5 years, it's not all over 1,000 yards.
Because like before the season, I don't even know if he was better than Chris Godwin if we keep him. It's like a being. Because like I don't know. It's just like when we start talking about Cooper Kupp, it's me. It's lots of recency bias, of course, because he had the best wide receiver ever. But I just don't see him top 5 at all yet.
Well, so the thing that's hard to see is because it's harder to see the athleticism. Well, it's easy. I'm saying it's easier to see the athleticism. It's harder to see the things like the fact that he decides to break off his route a little bit earlier to be that much more open if he has to, and just taking the liberties to like make those type of decisions, or like he knows like how to use their leverage. So even if the route's drawn up to where he's supposed to run 12 yards and then cut, like he's running 10 or 9 or 14 or whatever, because he knows he's got a different type of leverage and he's going to get more open by like
Shut up, dude.
By like just reading the defender, right? So like not everyone's allowed to do that, and B, not everyone really has that inside of them to even know to do that. So like I feel like he should deserve some credit for that.
One season, New Yorker. One season. I want to see more. We can't jump into this person is this person is here, and we haven't seen much for him. What does OBJ get knocked for, GK? Because he couldn't play long enough consistently, even though his first 3 years, he's 1,000-yard receiver and 10+ touchdowns.
And top 3.
And in those 3 years, he was top 5 in all those statistical categories.
That's a product of circumstance. It's not like a lack of talent.
Don't act like Goff wasn't like Kupp didn't have 1,000-yard season before Stafford got there. Like, no, he's had a comparable quarterback to get catches and do the same thing he's doing with Stafford. He has a better receiving core out there with weapons around him that can take some of that pressure off of him, especially with Odell Beckham. And what was the other guy, Woods, before he went down? So let's not just act like Cooper. Been doing this for years. I like him at number 1 this season. I think he was the best wide receiver this year, but I want to see more from him, just like I want to see more from DK Metcalf. You guys rank him up there high, but his attitude is becoming more up front in his game. So I need to see more from these receivers. I'm not just jumping on a bandwagon like this guy is this guy and this guy is not. I want to see wide receivers have them same spans, Moss had with, and, T.O. and Ocho Cinco, Brandon Marshall and those guys. Like, I want to see you guys do it for a long time. Be elite. At a elite level for a long time.
I can't.
I mean, I think Cooper can because.
No, I'm not saying he can. I'm just saying can't. I just want to see it before we note him best wide
I'm
receiver.
saying like, okay, of course this season, yeah. I'm saying like just you take out, I guess, like injuries, like all these receivers, like just in general, he's not. I don't even know if he's top 7.
Yeah, but but look at it this way. Like, let's say he doesn't get hurt. The fact that he's able to stay healthy is a feat in itself. Like
Yeah,
it's hard
availability.
to stay healthy.
Yeah, of course. Even though
We'll give him that.
he's gotten hurt before.
But how much is that a feat over everything else? Like that's what I'm saying. Where do you?
But what I
weigh
wanted
the
to say
dimensions
though,
of
what I
how
wanted to
you're-
say though is because in college, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it was at least 2, maybe 3 seasons where he had like over 100 catches, and they only play like 11 games in college. So he's getting over 100 catches like 3 years in a row in like an 11-game season. Like, so that would just lead me to believe like, okay, he showed it that he can do it like last year.
No, he can do it. He can. I just want to see it for a couple more years.
Oh yeah, I just want to see it more because like.
What about
I know, I do too.
DK, that's for you on the screen because you made the list.
Because I don't see
AJ Brown didn't play a full season.
You can't.
That's exactly what I just said
put him
earlier.
over Tyreek Hill. You can't.
These guys did take into account injury. Ronnie Ice, thank you, bro. We appreciate the love, man. Just keep stopping by and be in the chat, man. We love you guys. You make it fun for us over here with the chat to get the pop y'all messages up on the screen. We get to talk to you guys. If you guys have any questions in the midst, man, let them fly. Because we here. We got a little bit more time.
Yeah, because
no Tennessee love.
Nah, I like Tennessee.
But AJ Brown was hurt, and that was a big factor. What Roy and GK
I think AJ Brown
making the list.
Yeah,
like so here's the thing, guys, for the viewers, like this list would look different if you were like, all right, of the current receivers in the NFL today, like where would you rank them if you needed them to play one game for you? Then the whole list changes.
Yeah,
but we based it
because
off
it's criteria.
What happened
this season.
Yeah, so like we credited people if they were able to play a full 17 game season, we gave them credit for that. We took credit away if like somebody on our tight end list, Darren Waller, only played a few games. We discredited him because like, bro, how can I use you if you're not usable? Like, how are you gonna be good if you're not out there to be good? Like,
but I think Debo top 3 was kind of nasty because I don't think he was better than Justin Jefferson, honestly.
I forget why I
forget why I put him there too.
But I remember
I think it was because he did so much on the field.
I remember thinking at the time, whatever we said about him at the time, I remember thinking like, oh yeah, this is good. I don't remember what we were saying.
That's exactly what you thought at the time.
I was like, oh yeah, this is good. All right.
This is exactly what you thought at the time. But yeah, they do take into consideration injury. So if you do get injured, you do fall on that list. But yeah, we did wide receivers, quarterbacks, running backs, corners, safeties, tight ends. And then we did some all-time lists too. We did all-time safeties, all-time corners, all-time wide receivers, I think. Or we did a couple of all-times. We ain't finished them out. But next time I get you on the show, I'll make sure I throw a top 10 list on it for you. Since I appreciate you. You know, I could tell you watch the show and you be like, yo, y'all did this, right? Let me see that. Or y'all did this. I want to speak on that. That's cool. That's cool to me.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate it. Team to Amari
Cooper.
Shit.
GK, what team do you think Amari Cooper will go to, and what team do you think best fits him?
He's 31, right? Or is he? No, he's 27, right? How old is he?
He's still a capable wide receiver. I don't know if he could be number 1 on a team.
I think he's 27 years old, right?
He's around that age.
So. Who would be the
New
best
York.
fit? And
no Derrick Henry because of injury. He fell on our running backs list too.
Where will he end up, and who do I think would be the best fit? Well, I think it would be good for him to go play with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. Do I think he will end up there? Probably not. Yeah, no, go ahead.
That would be a crazy if he went to Packers, but I could probably say I would love for him to go to the Ravens with Lamar.
I was thinking that when you said that. You saying so sad, New York, because we didn't put Derrick Henry there. I'll show you let me get the running back.
But I think he's probably best because I heard the Dolphins are pushing him heavy. So him and Jalen Waddle.
I don't know if he would want to go to the Ravens at this point. Maybe on his next contract, because at this point I think he wants to eat. And if he's going to the Ravens, like, you got to think Lamar's only throwing the ball like 20 times a game, so he'd probably rather go to a quarterback.
I don't think you'll be mad at this New York. He didn't fall too far. All right, but he keep talking about running backs, so I'll show him the top 10 running back list.
So we're just off of Cooper now?
No, I did. You guys can continue, but I'm just showing New York. That's why I prefaced that. I just want to show New York, the Mad New Yorker, the top 10 running backs list, because he said no Derrick Henry because of injury. No, Derrick Henry only fell to 4 because of injury. We still have him in our top. They still have him in the top 5. It was a couple of guys on this show.
Mixing that too.
But yeah, I mean, maybe Cooper should go.
But
to
yeah, we can
like
get back to Cooper. Guys.
I mean,
I
where
don't
would
know.
he go?
Whoever needs a second quality wide receiver, that's why I
Bro,
would
the
say
Ravens
bro,
need
number one.
to get a receiver.
A lot of people could definitely use his services. That's for sure.
Definitely.
100%. He could
The
definitely come to the
Redskins,
Giants.
the
who use him at-
Giants.
yeah. AB, what's up, AB? How you doing, Antonio Brown? Listen, just signed 1 year with us. You
The
know, help Danny
Falcons.
Jones out.
A lot of
Yeah, the
people,
Falcons definitely need him now.
a lot of people need him, but I mean, where is he gonna go? I don't know. Like, is he definitely not gonna just end up winding back up in Cowboys? Like, they don't have the money, right?
Are you saying where would Tua be if he didn't get hurt? Matt New
Bro,
York?
you're focusing too much on the comments right now.
No, I gotta control him, bro. To talk, just keep doing your thing, bro.
I'm trying to talk to you.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought you was talking to the people that's watching. I'm sorry.
We gotta, focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah, but I got 3 things to focus on over here, GK. Like literally at the same time.
I get it.
Go ahead. What did you say?
Shit.
Who's talking about Martin?
See, too busy calling me out. Too busy calling me out, GK. I'm trying to please the damn fans over here. And GK, like, pay attention to me. I'm sorry, G. Cooper with Tua. What? Cooper with Tua.
They already have who did the Dolphins have already?
They only got Waddle really. And Devontae
That's
Parker.
it. Oh, Parker.
And they got Mike, that tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Mike
Yeah.
Gesicki.
He's a free agent though, I think, right? Or did they franchise tag him?
Oh, would Henry be number 1 if he did not get injured? GK, that's a question for you. And then I'll leave the chat alone for a little bit.
So if Henry and Taylor both played 17 games, then I guess it would probably. Well, we would be going off of production, so I don't know. So probably Henry, but if you want to frame it as something like, who would I prefer to be my guy going into the season next year, or who would I prefer for 1 game if I needed a guy for 1 game at full health?
Once you start changing the criteria, the list becomes different.
It's like, I guess you can say Derrick Henry 1, but I would take a few running backs over him though.
Well, going into next season?
Not even. I'm just saying, like, in general, like, even
this year without him getting injured.
Like, even like no injuries. Like, I'm saying, like, I would take him. I would take a few running backs like Alvin Kamara, like I like an all around back because Derrick Henry's more of a straight north and south
power.
He's a north and south guy.
Some people don't even call him a power. He's a bruiser.
Yeah, he's literally just straight north and south. And then so I would rather take like a Alvin Kamara or like a Dalvin Cook who can, go up the middle, receive, go outside, bounce it. So I'm saying. I would like some like people like running backs like that. Even Joe Mixon to a point. So like him, Nick Chubb, I would take probably a few over Derrick Henry. But Derrick Henry probably got the crown as the best running back in the league though.
A lot of people could throw the bow. OBJ. What's the other wide receiver? The one that just threw the touchdown in the playoffs.
Dude, they all can. It's just a matter of if the
you don't think they play like when they done with practice, they don't toss the ball.
Yeah, exactly. They're playing catch, and it's not like they can't throw it to the other guy. Everybody can play catch. Like we can play catch.
Yeah. So, anything else, guys? We're about to get out of here. Let's try this final thoughts thing one more time. All right, one more time. Final thoughts.
But it was a good show, good debate. I like it.
Drop any of your links? Drop any of your links? Find you on TikTok, Instagram.
I think y'all follow me. My TikTok is Trent with the 5. I don't really be on. I be in the I don't post how I used to do on TikTok. I used to be in y'all comments, comment on the player shorts or from the sideline. Then I'll just be on Instagram and Twitter mostly. So yeah. Go
follow Trent. Trent will be back up here. I got some slots open. I got next Friday open if you're free. So just let me know.
I bet.
What I want to say is let the people know that my man Trent is going to be playing for University of Houston. Mm-hmm. So y'all better keep following him and be looking out for him.
Hopefully we get the spicy takes. Us on players shorts. Whoever we get that interview once you're there.
Yeah, definitely.
Make sure you stop by and give us one.
Definitely, I'll definitely.
He said you can find me on Facebook.
I'll probably give you one right now. We don't have to go into it, but I can give you one right now, though.
Yeah, I mean, bro, I also write for culturehub.com, and so, maybe, like, when you get to the point where you're getting ready to get drafted into the NFL, then I'm gonna do a feature on you and get some press on you.
Not bad. Appreciate it. Football.
Football.
But not the only hot take I probably got. I don't got Jim Brown as a top 5 running back all time. So,
We did the running backs of all time, but we get to that another episode.
Wait, who's your personal favorite? It doesn't have to be who you think is the best of all time. But
my personal favorite,
yeah,
like probably LT or AP.
Oh, I got LT, baby. Yeah, what's up? He's my favorite.
Did we even do the running backs of all time? I don't think we did running backs.
I don't know, but LaDainian Tomlinson was definitely my favorite. Like,
Yeah.
if you watch everybody's sets of highlights, like,
Yeah, I got LT.
give me LT.
So I might have you just. We might do that Friday.
Okay,
Do
cool.
top 10 running backs all time because I don't see my thing here.
Okay.
I see tight ends, safeties, all time safeties. I see running back list, but I don't see all time running back list.
Okay.
Let me check my top again just in case. It might be this. That's not numbered. Nope, that's quarterbacks. All time quarterbacks, all star. Yeah, yeah, we could do top 10 running backs.
Okay, cool.
Let me make that a. I keep notes. Where's my pen? What is that? The 18th. 18th. Top 10 running backs all time. All right. So GK, final thoughts. You done? You got it.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to shout out Trent. Good show today, guys.
Yep.
Also shout out Players Choice.
Definitely shout out Players
all
Choice.
cap in Discord and hit me up.
Nah.
Yeah, my final thoughts is thanking you guys in the chat. If you guys are over on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, hit that sub button. If you're on Twitch, follow us, man. We here every Monday, every Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern time. We're here. If you do want to be a guest, do either hit us up on any of our social medias, TikTok, anything like that. Descriptions are down below in the video. And we'll see you guys in the next one. We out of here.
Nah.
This broadcast thing.